Yo, dude, mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? I have to do one thing. My mic is on omnidirectional. Yeah, I got all the mic methods on this. Don't you have the USB version of my mic? Yeah. Unidirectional? Or is it omnidirectional? Is it cardioid? Yeah. That one is, I like my unidirectional mic because I'm the only one sitting here using it. But yeah, that's the USB version of my mic. This is going to be pretty sweet. Is this Elusive God on the monster for EvolveHype? What? Oh. Oh man, I liked Elusive God. He had that little dance going on at the proving grounds. He was cool. He was the kind of dude who's like, yeah, I'm gonna win. And then he won everything. The whole thing. And he's like, yeah, told you I'd win. I was like, I respect that. What's up, man? Had to go to college. They should be. I know these names. I see occasionally someone from Eyes on You streaming. I'm not sure who it is, but they have Eyes on You in the title. Hard to match the Twitch names to the username sometimes. Ah. Going on right now also is the PlayStation community tournament. Actually, just the community tournament. On every platform going on at the same time. I could not play because I am not in it this week. Because I am here. Oh yeah, I got this sandwich from Chick-fil-A left over. Oh no. Oh, okay, it's not that big of a deal. Oh no. Oh no, again. One of my teachers just emailed me with the syllabus. Let me live commentate me reading one of my syllabi. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, obviously, that'd be boring. But sometimes you can tell if a class is going to be painfully difficult based off the syllabi. Oh, wow, looks like every assignment is already up. Looking at rate my professors right now. Reports indicate that this professor's all right. Got a good sample size of data here too. 81 ratings. Average grade is an A+. I don't know if that's from a good sample size of data though.
I can't be alone here. I can't be the only one who feels like I'm going nowhere. Just wishing somehow this dream will carry me. And I'll swear just one last time. They say the world is yours, so I'ma make it mine.
I got one of these teachers for next semester. I'm looking at my professors right now. She's getting some 5 out of 5s and some 1 out of 5s. It's very, very split. Students will be conducting direct community service for the Association of Chinese Teachers. How is this? What? I think she's just trying to get some free labor out of us. How am I paying to go to a university that has a class that requires me to work? Not academically, but for the Association of Chinese Teachers.
What class is it?
The history of Asians in the United States.
Okay, maybe they're gonna teach you something about Asian history? Nah, probably not.
Through conducting community service, what could they possibly teach me?
The good of helping others.
Lovely, yeah, that's great. Because she leads into the paragraph about community service stating, one key Asian America emphasis is giving back to the community. Who doesn't emphasize that? Is there some country out there who's like, we don't need to help each other out? What are you talking about?
Yeah, right? That's a good point.
They're just making this up.
Oh, gotta remember to mute that cell phone.
I already did that to my... Oh, ouch. There's a 30 to 40 page paper. And the worst part is, it's a group paper.
What? Oh, that is the dumbest thing ever.
That means I'm writing 30 to 40 pages, but
Yeah, exactly.
always what it means.
One person is gonna do all the work.
I would rather just have a 10-page solo paper, but a 30 to 40 page paper with 4 people, screw that. online quizzes, though. That's not bad. Always gotta read the syllabus, chat, to know how much you're gonna dread your upcoming classes.
Trying to find the emote that I was working on. The GG emote. Oh man, it looks so ridiculous.
Oh, did you personally work on it?
Yeah. You can tell anything that I do doesn't look that good.
It shouldn't be too terrible.
Man, I can't remember where I saved it. Oh,
I'm
here
not
it
a
is.
graphic designer either, and I made all my emotes.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have talent.
No, dude, I am not artsy at all.
You should see the one that I was working on. Dude, I don't even know. These look so bad. Alright, I found the file.
Alright, cool. Are you gonna put it on stream or you just send it?
I'm not gonna put it on stream, hell no. Hold on. Not until I actually have something finalized. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be something like, oh, you're not on Steam.
Oh man. Oh.
It's gonna be something like this
Now I am.
with the letters GG after it, and I'd probably just flip the image so it's facing the other way to make more sense.
Oh yeah, I see what you're doing. What you might need to do is cut the thumb out too, or cut your hand out and then move it closer to your face.
Yep, that's what I was gonna do. That's actually where I stopped. I started to work on cutting the hand out. I said, you know what, this is too difficult.
Actually, you know what? I might even be able to do this super fast.
I'm sending it to someone else right now who might help me out on it. I mean, I could cut the hand out myself. It wouldn't take that
No, it
long.
looks like you have such good lighting behind you that I can it could be done instantly.
Try eat the sandwich first, though. Hold on.
I mean, I guess it's good if the emote looks a little silly, right? Like, nobody wants a normal emote. They want something that looks ridiculous. And it's definitely better than the Aegis mute with the duct tape over my mouth.
That one is questionable.
Yeah, exactly.
There you already did it. I can get. Let me get the rest of the green out. That fucking face is great, though. That's good facial expression.
You like it? See,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
what I was thinking. It was maybe too crazy. Like, it could be something else, you know? It could be someone off camera and... You get my drift?
Jeez. Sorry, I'm choking on Chick-fil-A right now, but I totally forgot what I was saying. My Niggy Out emote, I cannot replicate that face. It's so ridiculous if you look closely at it. Let me drop it in the chat. I can't replicate that face. Took me so many tries to do that, and I just can't do it again.
That's a painful face.
Oh yeah, it's like I was legitimately in pain, like I stabbed myself in the thigh while I took the picture.
"5 minutes till Eyes on You versus EvolveHype, the reigning Xbox One champions." Oh yeah. Stay tuned, folks. We'll have the match coming in just a few minutes. Oh wow, I actually had the graphics prepared for once. Isn't that nice? I am learning. No, I forgot to take medicine anyway today, just for the hell of it. Oh well. The sinus pressure is almost not there at all anymore.
I'm going to get a bottle of water. Back in that 30 seconds. So I just went downstairs, and my sister and mom are watching a TV show that has, as a lot of TV shows women watch, people who look perfect. There was a girl on screen, blonde, bright brown eyes, just, she was flawless looking. Her hair, there was not like a single stray piece anywhere. Her eyes were done perfectly, not a single blemish on her face, and then the camera switches to the dude she's talking to. Dude's a bit taller than her, hair perfectly gelled, not a blemish on his face either, like nothing, not a wrinkle, a spot, a mole, anything. Those makeup people on television, I'm telling you.
That's TV, man. Everyone looks perfect.
Oh yeah.
And you're right, it's all makeup.
There was a dude on screen like a scene earlier. A scene earlier. I'm trying to say just very earlier. Who was like shot in the head, but he's some immortal vampire or something. And he's sitting there in the chair bleeding from his head, and he looks perfect too. You got shot in the head, dude. He's like, yeah, I'm a vampire, I'm alive, but bleeding from my head, whatever. Or a werewolf, or whatever they are nowadays.
Wednesday for the win. Sitting down watching the cast in a skirt.
Oh, the skirt this girl was wearing? Perfectly tailored. Cut just right above the knee. Designer pattern, clearly.
Of course. is Monster Cat so quiet right now? I need to play hype music all the time, loud, at like 150 decibels, non-stop 4/4 beat. The system is down.
I don't know.
The system is down.
I don't know at what decibel you start to go deaf or what decibel concerts are at, but 150 to transmit over a stream would just all be static distortion of sadness and pain.
I mean, it depends on what concert you go to. I know Man of War, the greatest metal band to ever live, has pushed 180 decibels, which is in the very, very dangerous and deadly and
Dangerously
damaging
loud
range.
Concert pro tip, bringing earplugs saves your hearing for when you're older. And you can still hear the music because, well, it's a concert.
All right. Looks like map 1 will be Distillery, Fusion Plant, and Armory. Wait, were those banned or are those the picks? The Baguette! The Frenchman, Cyril, will be playing first versus the Hunters of EvolveHype. Map picks are Distillery, Fusion Plant, and Armory if we go to a tiebreaker. Wow, I just cracked my finger as I was counting them off on my fingers. I don't know if the mic picked that up or not.
I didn't hear it too loud, but I was drinking Capri Sun. When you said Fusion Plant, you weren't sure if they were picks or bands. I thought probably bands, but Fusion Plant coming in. And
Yeah.
I think they took that. Someone told me they took Fusion Plant, the Dam, and what was the other map? Refueling Tower out of Go for Evolve. Or they're asking me if they took them out or something. We'll not confirm map changes here because I'm just pulling this out of the air. Don't want to make things up and lie to you guys. Unless it's true.
My God, are you seeing this? Planet Earth. It's beautiful. I guess we're
Oh
ready
man,
to
and I've got my orange juice. I feel so much better after buying a ton of orange juice and just chugging it nonstop. That really, really helped.
My psychology teacher told me that orange juice was the biggest waste of calories ever.
Really?
Yeah, but he was a psychology teacher, not a nutritionist. All right. I'm gonna finish cutting you out. That's fine for now. A little bit of...
Five, four, three, two, one. And hello and welcome everybody to yet another ESL Majors cast. Going to be a little bit rushed today because it looks like the teams are jumping right into the game. I am Black Aegis here today with Stealth Shampoo once again. Nikki, how's it going?
Yo, I just ate a Chick-fil-A burger. That's what got me up this morning. I got up, said, man, I need to cast some Evolve. But then I said, I have a Chick-fil-A burger left over. So got up, ate that. We're good to go. Let's rock Distillery. Coming in here. Who do we got for this first matchup today?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Yeah, Yeah, we've got Eyes on You. Of course, their monster player Cyril playing in the Beat the Pros competition at Gamescom, and Eyes on You being a well-known brand name in gaming and also in the Evolve scene, versus EvolveHype. This is the Xbox One team, who is also pretty well known considering that they won the Proving Grounds at E3.
And I have just reset my camera so that I'm not frozen awkwardly staring out into the distance. EvolveHype, how many of their members are they retaining from the original squad who won at E3?
Well, unfortunately, they did lose the Elusive God, their monster player. He did have to go off to college. Yen Templar, their former trapper, has actually taken over, and they've brought in Nostix from another former opposing Xbox One team to play trapper.
Man, they don't allow you to play Evolve in college? I wasn't informed of this. I've been doing college for 2 years, and I've been able to play video games just fine. Although he might want to focus up on picking up chicks and on his schoolwork and partying, because good-looking dude. Hung out with him at the Proving Grounds. He took a picture with me. Really nice guy. He'll probably be successful out there. I wish him luck. But I also wish his team luck right here. We got a Kraken, and we got Markov, Kyra, Hank, and Maggie heading off down the river. This is a pretty typical feeding route. I've seen Source take this route as well to get a stage pretty much as soon as the hunters dropped in by using feeding speed. In fact, what perks do we have here on our monster?
Let's see. We've got damage from Cyril. I know he favors that. Movement speed on Make Me Quit the Assault. We've got reload on Woldy Man, playing medic. We've got capacity on Nostix on Hank, and we've got reload on Miracle. Okay, so Miracle actually switched to Trapper, and Nostix is reprising his role as a support player.
Fair enough. Movement speed, always go to the assault. That's something Rune taught me. Reload, probably the only viable Kyra perk, I would say, to help sustain the team and herself with those heal nades. Capacity on Hank is still pretty common. And reload on all your trappers for all your doming needs. We got Markov finally closing in on the monster. Not feeding quite as fast as I've seen other monsters feed on this map, although he didn't take feed speed. Almost there, does have full armor, although that is getting chipped away. And we are nearly up to full energy. Ooh, got a pounce right here on Markov. He's going to take some damage. Forced to pop that personal shield. And the Kraken bailing out of there. Just getting zoned by the Trapper. He does see the Trapper out in the distance.
Oh, and he's in a dome.
Stage connects.
Make Me Quit down to half-life. Still hasn't been healed up. He has not popped his personal shield yet, so he does have that in reserve if he needs to. But it looks like Cyril is just going to mitigate here and try to break line of sight. Doesn't want to get caught off guard by this Hunter team.
Yep, Dome is live, and they're going to try chipping away at his armor with the new title update. Monsters do have a little less armor at stage 1 than they do at stage 2 and stage 3, so it is a bit easier to force fights and get permanent health damage than it was before. Makes the game more fun to watch than seeing hunters run around holding the dome. Markov really going in right here. Does have to get around this pillar. Switches over to the assault rifle to get a little bit of chip damage. They should get
Orbital right on his head. Gonna chase
nice.
him right out of cover. Didn't do a lot of damage, but it did achieve one key objective, and that's to flush him out of hiding. That's huge. The rest of the team can now put damage on him.
Oh, yeah. Got that last bar of armor right off of him, and now Hank can do chipping away with that super accurate laser cutter. Maggie with machine pistol and Markov on that assault rifle going in to poke at the monster. Looks like he lost 2 bars of health right there. That is not a death sentence right there, but it is definitely more health than you would like to lose in a dome where you got absolutely no down penalties. And he's just going to have to continue feeding up. There you go. That's about 3 bars of armor right there. He should be chip safe. Not going to be taking any health damage on the chase unless the hunters all land headshots on the chase during a super long alley, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. That's going to be super rare. Here we go. Some more armor. He is definitely not going to be taking health damage on this chase now. And he is actually full energy, ready to stage up. Opting in to actually get a little more armor, even though the hunters were around the corner. That does lose him a little bit of ground, but will make up for it if he does get caught in the dome.
Coming out on Miracle. This is huge. They might redome him. They do. Second stage 1 dome for Cyril, and he doesn't even have full armor. This is a good dome to mitigate though. Looks like he may actually have an infinity loop here.
Oh yeah, he's at least got a really big donut loop right here, and he's got multiple levels of elevation right here. It's up to the Trapper to put down some harpoons, help keep the team up, and help keep the team fighting the monster, keeping him in place. Hank brought super low back there, forced to drop the orbital, and he is cloaked, so the Kraken was not able to finish him off, and he's just going to opt in to duck out into the caves, uses that vortex to push the assault away so he doesn't continue to take damage. Trying to kite around and not take any more additional health damage. You don't want another bad dome, especially at stage 1. You don't want to get finished off before you even have a chance hit stage 2. Try to clear these mines right here instead of attacking the assault. That's a good idea, so you don't take additional damage you don't need to take.
We still got time left on this dome, and they're going to be into permanent health now, too. Looks like Cyril may be able to avoid the majority of any more permanent damage dealt to him if he can stay up here. The rest of the team doesn't look like they want to push, and the dome does come down. Cyril's going to take right off into the caves. I don't think he's going to be able to take a quick evolve in the caves, though.
No.
This is a bit too... Oh, he is going for it.
Wow.
He's actually committing. Let's see. Yeah, that's a commit right there. And here we do. We've got a stage 2 coming out from Cyril. Noztix and Make Me Quit are going to be right on him, though. He's going to take a lot of additional damage. And if he doesn't get out of there right away, Miracle may get another dome as well. 1 in Banshee Mines, 2 in Aftershock, 3 in Vortex is going to be his stage 2 skill set.
I'm not sure if Hank was going for headshots right there. I expected him to take way more damage than he needed to. I saw the Kraken's face was pointed away from Hank. But he decided to take the stage there, give up a little bit of health for the fact that he would not get domed right there again. The dome was on cooldown, but now it is back up and ready. They can dome him again, and with low armor if he doesn't move quickly. Markov does have movement speed, so he can catch up to that Kraken and get eyes on him very, very quickly. Feeding up, though, looks like he does have a ton of armor, and he's trying to push the assault away right there. Now, this is an interesting set right here. 1 Banshees. Markov is on the field, so those Banshees aren't going to be doing too much unless that lightning gun is not out. What was that? 2 Aftershock, 3 Vortex?
2 in Aftershock, 3 in Vortex, yeah.
Yeah, I usually like to take 4 abilities on my Kraken at stage 2, although 3 abilities is also a great idea. You want to spread your points out a lot more than we used to with the new title update for optimal damage. And
Miracle throws it.
Take lightning. Oh, Monster just got right out of that one.
Yeah.
Did not connect.
Miracle a little bit too hasty with that dome, and that is huge for Cyril. That's going to be an additional 45 seconds of no dome for Cyril, and he can use this to push aggression now on the team. Shields coming in on Miracle, trying to keep Miracle up. There's some heal grenades coming in. The burst is popped, and Cyril's continuing the aggression. There's the Vortex, followed by the Aftershock, locked in by the harpoon traps of Miracle, and Cyril jumps into the air once again.
At this point, he wants to duck out. Dome is still on cooldown, but he is low armor, not even close to focusing anyone down. The Assault did have his shield ready, and Hank and Kyra to back him up if he needed. And the Kraken is out. Not getting domed right there. Dome should be ready in just a second. Good to go. He wants to get domed in a more advantageous area and have full armor when the fight is forced. He doesn't have enough energy to hit stage 3 yet. We are definitely going to see some sort of stage 3 fight until possibly Mazel takes over the Trapper and completely misses. Without that happening, we're definitely going to see a stage 2 dome.
Well, I think Mazel's committed to playing Monster for Apex now, so I'm not sure if we'll ever have the opportunity to see that again. Unfortunately, Cyril, jumping in here and Make Me Quit.
The dome is fast to drop now, so I
It is.
don't even think Mazel can land Mazel domes anymore if he even tried.
Well, you never know. It could always happen. The Vortex going to knock the Assault back again. Cyril should be able to escape out the southern exit of the caves here very easily. But he's actually going to juke back and then duck back the way he came to try and get the Hunter team grouped up. Oh, taking a little bit of time to feed on Glacier Pod poop there. Make Me Quit with that lightning gun. Going to force Cyril out. And, you know, he might walk right into Miracle here if he's not careful.
He's using his Vortex just great right here, trying to push the Assault back. Really pushing it around so he can't get the lightning gun on him. And there we go. Dome is up. He doesn't have a loop this time like he did last time. So if he wants to mitigate damage, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. This is a good dome the Trapper dropped right here. Going in for those sneak pounces. Kraken's got a very nice range.
Oh, right for Gnostic here. What an amazing pounce with the Aftershock. Gnostic is going to be able to escape, though. He still had Jetpack left. That's huge for the Hunter team right there. Unable to get support down, and Cyril took some serious armor punishment there. Pinned in a corner now. This could be a good spot to fight, or it could be really bad for him. We'll have to see how it goes. With the Aftershock now, doesn't actually connect on anybody. And the whole Hunter team is still in very, very good health, and Cyril's down to almost half.
Yeah, neither of his Aftershock connected, and you need that ability to hit. It does do lower damage than it did before, but it only put 2 points into it. So he's looking at a good amount of AoE, a good amount of damage, but you need to get a lot of Hunters trapped in that Aftershock to make it worthwhile because of the fact that you have to be on the ground and take some punishment for it to work. He didn't hit anyone with either of those two, and the dome is down. He took some serious health damage. At this point, it looks like we're going to have to see a stage 3 Kraken if we're expecting a comeback from him 9 minutes into this game. He can hit stage 3 if he can just push the Hunters away with that Vortex. 3 Vortex is great for doing that. Ooh, got a solid hit on Kyber right there. feed up, get some armor, and hit stage 3. He can still take this back. But right now, he's got no down penalties on anyone on the Hunter squad. That considered, fighting at stage 2 and finishing off the entire squad with this low health is not looking good.
Yeah, definitely not. EvolveHype's Hunter team is doing insanely well. I'm not sure what anybody expected them to do, considering we haven't actually seen them play in a while. They've been absent from the PC Sunday Cups, and we really haven't seen any of their majors play so far. But they're looking to be just as strong as they were on the Xbox, if not stronger.
Oh yeah, these are 2 name brand teams. These are household names right here. Eyes on You and EvolveHype, especially EvolveHype winning the Proving Grounds tournament. And I've seen some of the Eyes on You guys stream, and I've seen the names up there on the Twitch charts. Just looking for a good place to stage right here. Speaking of Eyes on You's cracking on the monster right now for those of you just joining us, trying to find a nice, comfortable spot to get an evolution without getting face stuffed by a bunch of lasers and lightning gun. Aftershock does come in, does connect right there on Daisy and Markov. Daisy, team MVP. Daisy dies, you all die. Ooh, Markov brought down to a sliver of health, but he doesn't even pop the personal shield. Doesn't even flinch right there, and the Kraken does get away. Looks like we did not have a dome right there.
That's amazing. Make me quit playing with fire here. Health getting so low many, many times, even catching that vortex. Not enough to take him out again. And you're right, he still has that personal shield in reserve. That is absolutely huge. Whole Hunter team in pursuit now. Miracle just waiting for that perfect dome. One more dome actually could allow them to finish Cyril off if he's not careful.
Yeah, you're right. One more dome could be the kill box, unless Cyril manages to mitigate well enough in a loop, in an infinity loop, in a super loop, whatever he needs. If he can mitigate in the next dome, he might be fine. But I think he would much rather hit stage 3 right now than get dome one more time at stage 2.
And that was the personal shield from Make Me Quit. That's huge for Cyril if he wants to push an aggressive attack.
Oh yeah, they are really trying to poke at him right now. He might be trying to hang out in this cave area purposefully to get dome, so then he can leave and find a nice, safe place to stage with no threat of the dome. If he does
Jumps
get
in
dome,
the air,
there are
Aftershock
possibilities
now.
for loops.
Miracle, 1 or 2 more hits, may drop Miracle. Does throw the dome, but I don't think Miracle's going to get healed in time. No, there they are. Heals
Heal
come
burst
in,
does come
shields
in.
also. Oh, and Cyril backs out almost into that Aftershock. Backs off at the last minute, though. Doesn't really take any damage at all from that orbital.
That orbital would have caused a serious amount of pain, considering he does not have a lot of health. Oh no, Daisy! Daisy
Daisy's
dies
down.
well, and Daisy is down. I don't think he'll be guarding that revive, though, because he doesn't want the kill that bad.
That is the first strike of the match. 12 minutes into this game here.
Oh yeah, and Daisy might actually go down right here. I don't think she caught that heal burst. Aftershock coming in hot does connect with Kyra right there, but I don't think he should focus him down because his armor is going to be very, very quickly removed, and this could be a kill box. Daisy is out of the game, so Maggie's tracking implement is gone for a little bit. They're going to have to rely on footsteps and their natural scouting ability to find the monster.
Oh, those harpoon traps, absolutely huge at the last minute, locking him down. The Aftershock connects with no one. A few hits on Gnostic there. I think those were Banshee Mines. He's going to get healed up from Woldy Man. Miracle and Gnostics both just barely over half, but everyone is on the chase here. Cyril, one of the best monster players in the PC scene, is down to 2 bars of health.
Oh, he does have one down penalty on Daisy, though, so we're looking at no more sneaky revives. He is out of there. He does not want to get domed again, especially out of the stage 3 dome. He gets domed right here, and it's not looking good.
No, he's taking the stage 3 now. I don't think the dome will be off cooldown. He should be able to make it out on time. Yeah. We can see the icon near Miracle. Yeah, Miracle is not in position to dome once that dome is off cooldown. As long as Cyril runs right away, and it looks like that's what he's doing. 2 in Lightning Strike, 1 in Banshee Mines, 3 in Aftershock, 3 in Vortex. No, they got him in a dome, and he has no armor. This could be it for Cyril in the first game here.
Oh yeah, we're not looking at any loops at all in this dome either, so this is probably a kill box unless he manages to drop the Trapper and straight up leave. Drop Hank, drop the Trapper, get out perhaps, is not looking too good for him right now. I am not sure how he can pull this one off. Down to 2 bars of health right now, and no armor, with nowhere to hide. This is a great dome, kind of U-shaped, which is the domes you want to drop as a Trapper. Aftershock coming in hot, does connect with the Trapper right there. Hank's got to be on point with his shields. He wants to keep the Trapper up and finish off Cyril.
Plenty of time left on this dome. They can still take down that last bar of health. Make Me Quit is not giving up his pursuit. They're pushing the aggression. The entire team ready to take out the monster player. There's the orbital right there. Cyril does dodge the orbital, locked down by the harpoon traps though, and this may give them the time that they need to finish off that last bit of health. Dome coming down in just a few seconds here. Make Me Quit. He's on the lightning gun actually, rather than the assault rifle. Maybe not the best choice here, and Cyril might actually escape.
Yeah, even Kyra napalm nades at this point may finish him off. Speaking
Wow!
of which, there's the Kyra napalm nade.
Medic almost goes down here. I don't think that's going to burn out Cyril, though. Cyril needs to get some armor, and he needs to get it fast. They can finish him off with chip damage.
He needs to be very, very careful right now. That sloth could have taken him out.
He did not get enough feed. He only got 1 bar there out of that 4-bar sloth. He could have had 4 bars of armor. They're already whittling down that last bit of armor, and once they're through that, anything is going to finish him off. In fact, a mammoth bird could kill him right now.
Oh yeah, a solid reaver hit to the eyeball would drop him right out of the sky. Glaciopod very graciously pooping right in front of him. I didn't think I'd ever say that in my life, but he got the armor he needed right there. Krakens do have quite a bit of armor on stage 3, so he does have that to work with, but he's only got 1 down penalty on Daisy. Not looking too good at all, especially since there are no perks on the map. He cannot hunt for health regen Tyrant.
This could be it now. Dome is off cooldown, and there it is. The dome is in place. The whole Hunter team just needs to push the aggression on Cyril one last time. Miracle needs to be careful, though. If Cyril actually finishes off Miracle, the dome's going to drop, and Cyril's going to run. I don't know if he has enough armor to do it, though. Lightning Strike. Yep, Daisy goes down, hits Miracle, but Miracle is very, very safe in his position. They're going to get healed up by Wildman. Make Me Quit coming in. Pounce on Make Me Quit. Assault will not go down here. He still has that shield. He can pounce it if he needs to. There's Noztig on point with the shields from Hank. Make Me Quit still doesn't need to pop that shield. And the whole Hunter team is in full damage mode now.
Oh, 2 harpoons in his back. That could finish him, and it does. That was the kill box, the 3rd time I said it. And Eyes on You drops the first match against EvolveHype here in the ESL Majors on Saturday. Solid match right there. Just the pressure by the Hunters was too much. Couldn't shake them. Didn't get any good domes. Didn't get any good down penalties. Except on not Maggie. Maggie's pet Trapjaw Daisy went down twice. But otherwise, no down penalties. Just great, solid sustain by this Hunter squad. Keeping each other alive and doing progressive damage throughout every dome. Getting a little bit of health damage till they were finally able to take Cyril out at stage 3.
And look at the stats for this game. 61k damage done, 59k healing from Wildman. That is absolutely insane.
We should have a medic appreciation day, man. 60,000 points healed. For context, for those of you who don't know how much 60,000 points of healing is, Hunters have 1,600 points of health when they have no down penalties. 1,600 points of health, and they healed 60,000. Not to mention how much Hank shielded. And not to mention even the amount of damage that they managed to dodge and juke. We did see a couple missed lightning strikes back there and a couple missed aftershocks. That was a great job by that Hunter squad. Keeping each other alive and slowly whittling down the monster.
Yeah, that was absolutely amazing play. You know, if you had asked me before the start of this series who I thought would probably take the series, I would have said Eyes on You, hands down, just from their performance, their consistency in playing in the Sunday Cups. And, you know, my one fear about EvolveHype was that even though, of course, they are the reigning champions on Xbox, they won the 60k Proving Grounds tournament, we don't actually see them in the PC scene that much. So, for me at least, it was very, very unknown how much they practice and how they really fare against the PC teams. And apparently, they fare very, very well. Cyril being one of the best monster players around right now. And EvolveHype really did a phenomenal job against him.
Of course, I play both on console and PC, and it seems that all the knowledge, all your strategies, the maps, everything carries over. The only exception is the peripheral that you are using to play, whether it be controller or mouse. My mouse is a little stuck right now. I would have shown that to you guys a bit better. You guys know what a mouse looks like, but your ability to use a controller or mouse is important. And as long as you get that down, as long as the peripheral you're using is fine, Evolve is pretty much the same game on every platform.
Looks like we may have that emote in, by the way, while we wait for the next game to get set up.
Oh yeah,
I could
like
throw
this.
it out in chat and see what people think.
I see it right here in the corner of my window
do you?
where my hair's supposed to be. Yeah.
My mistake.
Yeah, I think you accidentally
Oh,
put
I
it
spoiled
everywhere.
it. What the hell?
It just a little bit. It was about maybe 40% of the emote right there, but where I was supposed to be sitting, that's where the emote was.
Trying to take care of too many things on the fly here. All right, we are going to jump into round number 2 during this first matchup here in the series of Eyes on You versus EvolveHype. This is going to be the other side of this match. This is going to be the monster player Ian Templar for EvolveHype versus the Hunters of Eyes on You. And I know Ian Templar used to be the trapper for EvolveHype when playing in the Proving Grounds, so I'm not sure how he's going to do on Monster. I have never seen him play Monster ever before.
You know what? I liked what DB said back at the Chappie Challenge. The best monsters make the best trappers because you know the routes the monster's making, and I think it works vice versa. The trappers know where monsters want to go, know where monsters want to feed, and can just do the same thing on the monster side. Now, everything else, of course, is different. The combat, taking out 4 people instead of 1 giant monster, not putting harpoon traps down anymore, instead throwing down banshee mines or your CC of choice. Of course, it is a bit different otherwise, but movement around the map style, trapper, monster, always following each other around, should have that down a bit. We're going over to Distillery here. Same map, we're just flipping sides here. Flipping monster and hunter squads. We're going to get Eyes on You's hunter squad in here.
Looks like the whole team is in now. They should be going over picks, and then we'll be jumping into the next round here. Now, I mean, without knowing how Yan Templar plays as Monster, who do you think is going to take this series? Of course, we've seen Eyes on You's Hunter team play a lot. All of them are recognizable names. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not certain right here. I have no idea what Jan Templar's got on his monster game.
Yeah.
I'm still rooting for Evolve Hype. I was rooting for them at the Proving Grounds. I said before I got to the Proving Grounds, those final 4 teams are there. I said Evolve Hype's going to take it. They're just so clean, well practiced. All their games I've watched went off without a hitch, and I believe they won every single round at the Proving Grounds. Did they even drop a game at the Proving Grounds?
Wow.
If I
I
remember
mean, I
properly,
cast it. I cast it, and
Yeah.
I actually don't remember. I don't think
I
they
was
did.
going around talking to Kyra and meeting fans and stealing
Yeah.
posters and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think they dropped a single game at the Proving Grounds.
Me neither.
One interesting thing to point out, Miracle JKF, one of their players, is in chat right now and actually says that they're on mouse and keyboard. I thought that they were just plugging in controllers.
Oh yeah,
So
you go
they
mouse and
actually
keyboard.
switched to mouse and keyboard. Oh, that's awesome.
When in Rome, man. As much as I like my controller, I mean, this just feels like such a comfortable living room casual experience. Like, even when I'm doing stuff competitively, I like my controller. You know, it's very ergonomic. But when I'm on PC, the precision of a mouse, just play Crow on console and then go play Crow on PC. It's so much different. Landing those stasis shots just feels so much more comfortable with a mouse.
Yeah,
There's a bit of a
I would
difference.
definitely agree. I think it does too. The surprise for me would be, you know, the Xbox team switching over to mouse and keyboard. From what I remember from talking to them at the Proving Grounds, they had very, very little exposure to a mouse and keyboard. So I
Yeah.
wasn't sure that they would adjust that quickly, but apparently they've adjusted more than quickly.
Yeah, of course, there's some games that are better on controller. I would argue games like Assassin's Creed are better on controller.
Oh, sure. Dark
Games
Souls,
like-
I would never play that
Yeah.
with a mouse and keyboard on PC. Forget that.
But, you know, games, for example, like Photoshop are much better with a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah,
Photoshop's a game if you try hard enough.
yeah. I've never tried to play Photoshop with a controller.
Controller, that would look terrible if you just tried to cut out that emote. Did you drop it in the chat?
I did not drop it in the chat yet. All right, we can drop it in right now. Here we
I
go.
want to check it out.
What do you guys think? Let me know. That could be the GG emote.
I like the face you made right there. That is such a good face. I think maybe there's a little bit of green on the outline. I can get rid of that and brighten it up a bit. Otherwise, looks pretty good.
What do you like? What do you think, guys? If you like it, type GG. If you don't like it, type either Aegis fail or fail fish or any other fail emote if you have another fail emote. What do we got for picks coming out? Back to the game though. Markov, Maggie, Hank, and Slim
Ooh,
versus
Slim
the
coming
Kraken
out
from
right
Yen
now.
Templar.
I don't know how I feel about Slim against Kraken. Oh, but when I'm playing a behemoth and I bring out my Slim, ooh, shots all day. That guy is nice, wide, and ground based. Landed shotgun shots so easily. Slim coming out right here, though. I don't know if you were listening to the Turtle Rock Studios Thursday streams, which I use to try to get my sleep schedule back on point because they do stream Thursdays at noon PDT. But I was watching them, and they were talking about possibly changing Slim to how when you hit a support who's cloaked, he kind of flashes for a little bit so you can see where he's at. When you're in a Slim Sport Cloud and you hit someone, nothing happens. They fly back, they scream a little bit, but you don't see any health bar or anything like that. Right. They're thinking of adding a flashing health bar when you hit someone who's inside of a Slim Sport Cloud. And I kind of agree with that. That's actually something I've wanted for pretty much since Slim came out, because I hate those Sport Clouds as a monster so much. And the only time you know when someone's low on health is if they scream, "Oh, I'm bleeding out," or something like that. And then you know you can continue focusing them down. But if they're at half health and you can't see that health bar because you're in a Sport Cloud, your best bet is to double out far away from them and then check people's health and then dive back into that Sport Cloud.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. And, you know, that could be the most difficult thing about the Spore Cloud. The other thing that I've been debating, too, is whether or not it's just simply the amount of spores that actually block your vision. Like, what if you saw less spores? Would it make it easier to track players who didn't have an outline around them?
I could be wrong about this, but I think the actual particle effect of the spores is larger than the effective radius of you not being able to see things in a Spore Cloud. I'm going to have someone who is more intelligent than me and has the coding on the inside, who is in the chat and plays Catherine and is a dev at Turtle Rock Studios who has told us stuff about the Meteor Goliath. Confirm that for me, if not, ask Brill, because Brill knows a lot of things.
It looks like the chat has voted. Looks like the GG emote is going to become a thing. We just have to clean it up a little bit, get some of the outline off, and then I'll have it uploaded, hopefully tonight.
I love making facial expressions for emotes. 3 out of my 6 emotes are my face just because I'm super conceited. And making faces for emotes is pretty ridiculous. Imagine taking a selfie, which I don't do that much, but I just imagine it's kind of like taking a selfie, but trying to make your face look stupider instead of better.
Exactly.
Each take. So the takes where your face looks stupid but not funny are the worst. Sometimes you get the ones where you look stupid and it is funny, and those are the ones you throw out there, like the GG emote.
Well, you know what I do? I actually turn it into video and record it and just go frame by frame until I find the dumbest frame ever.
Yeah. I make a bunch of poses like I'm actually modeling, and then I just take a screenshot. That's a great idea. I do that too.
Oh, but look at this. While we've been talking about selfies and making emotes, Yan Templar's completely juked Eyes on You.
Wow.
They are not even looking in the right direction.
He is so far gone from these hunters. He can get a clean stage right now. He has full armor, full energy, and they are nowhere near him. There's a nearly 0% chance they'll catch him right out of the stage. Maybe when he has low armor. Possibly if they start moving quickly. All right, there we go. The stage is coming out, and he is full health hitting stage 2. That's a good position to get in. I'm pretty comfortable if I'm this monster. Whoa, wait, what is happening here?
3 in Aftershock, 3 in Vortex.
This is a pre-title update setup right here. 3 Aftershock, 3 Vortex. I'm not sure if he got the memo that for maximum DPS, you want to spread out your points.
Interesting, and look at this. Yan Templar on Kraken actually taking CDR for his perk. Got EAX with movement speed. We've got Medic and Trapper both with reload, and Support with capacity. That's pretty standard judging by their class picks, I think.
Yeah. CDR, I actually am considering taking on my Kraken now that at stage 2 I like to take all 4 abilities, but he's only taking 2 abilities with 3 points in them. That does make the ability super easy to hit, but the difference between a 1-point ability and a 3-point ability is about 10% worth of damage. So you're really putting more points in abilities for ease of use, for a larger Aftershock, for a larger Vortex radius. All right, and the Dome has connected right here. They are slowly chipping away at his armor, but he does have a nice little nook back here that he can hide in. Aftershock does come in hot right there, but does not connect with the assault. That is a huge loss in DPS, considering the fact that he's only got 2 abilities right here. That is not exactly what you want to do after the title update, but let's see if he can make it work.
Yan Templar out in the open now, drops in for the Aftershock. Riku down low, sneak pounces on Slim. There's a couple auto attacks. The Vortex to knock him back, and a few more hits is going to finish Riku here. 1 or 2 will do it. Aftershock again, the shield's coming out from Killers, a little bit too good, and Yan Templar forced into the sky now with no armor.
Oh yeah, coming back in for that heavy attack on the Kraken. Aftershock coming in hot. We need a shield from Hank, and Hank does come in to save the day, keeping Riku alive here on Slim. But Slim is down right now.
they're going to have to pick him back up or punish the Kraken away from the body. Looks like Daisy's going to cover that, though. Daisy picking up the res, Slim back on his feet, and they are all good. 1 down penalty on the medic for about 2.5 bars of health. That's not a bad trade. We saw in the previous match, Cyril took this much health damage for no down penalties at stage 1. For a down penalty on the medic, that's pretty huge. It's going to be that much easier to focus down the medic in future fights. And the Kraken is out of here, going in for a bit more feed. As
like,
he
the
stutters around the map.
Yeah, lagging out a bit there. Interesting, especially with such a low ping to him on Observer. Wouldn't expect to see him lag like that. There might be some sort of hitch in the server or something. Looks like it's cleaned up, though.
Yeah, we're all good. He just
Yeah,
picked up
Templar.
those 3
Ooh,
Reavers.
he might get another strike on Riku. He misses the Vortex. Killer's right there to chase him off with the laser cutter. And they do have another dome.
I wouldn't have gone for the bait right there. They may have baited him out because no full armor, not looking good in this particular fight. He could drop the medic again and bring the medic down to 2 strikes, 60% of his health, which would be huge. A squishy medic means a squishy whole rest of the team. Aftershock does come in, connects on Daisy, Markov, and Slim, but the shield did come out on Slim, and he's really trying to focus down the medic right here. Orbital comes in hot, trying to connect on the Kraken, but he gets out of it. Slim's gonna have to find some wildlife to shoot.
Riku.
If he can't shoot the Kraken.
Riku about to go down here. Shields coming out from Killers at the last second. Shields down to half. He needs to let them recharge, and Riku needs to get healed. There's another Spore Cloud. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. Shields again on Riku. There's the Aftershock. Gonna connect on Killers. No, it does not connect on support. That'll give Riku the time that he needs, and a Harpoon Trap to lock Yan Templar down. They're going to finish him possibly in this dome.
Wow, he took so much health damage right there. I think I blinked 3 times, and his health bar went from, what, 4 or 5 bars to 1 bar right there. That dome went very heavily in favor of the Hunters right there. I did not expect that to happen right there. Slim, still alive, did not take another down penalty. Traded 90% of your health for 1 down penalty on the medic, and then tried to go in to force the medic down more and didn't get anything. Not looking good right now for this Kraken. He's going to have to hit stage 3 if he wants to try to have a chance to come back right now, because at this low health with Aftershock, an ability that forces you to fight so much. Ooh, shield came in a little late right there on Riku. Amy Bot trying to get that dome ready right now. Trying to get a dome that would be a kill box if
Few more seconds. Yeah, gonna be a little bit too late, though. Yan Templar is going to have the time to back off. He still doesn't have a stage 3. He needs to get some distance and safely feed. And even then, even if he gets the feed, Amy Bot will still probably get a dome, and that'll be a stage 3 no armor dome. They'll probably be able to finish him considering how low his health is.
Oh yeah, if she gets the dome right there, that's going to win it for the team. I wonder how much damage output Slim has right now. I'd be interested to see, because Slim is, I would say, the only medic to contribute significant damage to the team, with maybe the exception of Laz putting down marks when Bucket's in play.
Yeah.
Slim is really a huge damage dealer as far as medics go. In fact, I landed 23,000 damage with him 1 game the other week. And to see how much he chipped away at the Kraken back there, I think would be an interesting statistic. Because even though Slim's healing, you know, could be, you know, give or take less than Kyra's, I would say, some would argue, the damage output he has is nothing to scoff at. Although I think Slim's healing is quite fine at this point. It's only the Spore Clouds that worry me, because those things are very, very annoying as a monster player to deal with. If you can't figure out what people's health bars are and focus them down, he may have used those Spore Clouds to protect himself, to make it seem like he was dodging one direction or the other, and the monster losing track of him, or the monster being unable to finish him off because he didn't know how low health he was.
Killers here just watching him advance along the beachhead. Perfect eyes on Yan Templar. They're going to know exactly where he goes, but they may not be cutting deep enough. Let's look at the map here. Amy Bot might cut wide enough. I don't know. Which way is she going to go? She needs to cut a little bit to the left a little bit, yeah. Just a little bit more.
Right,
she is taking it.
Yep, going over for the cut. Now, of course, the Kraken can always double back if he needs to. Full armor, full energy. So if he does get domed, he has armor to work with, but don't get domed at this point. Or be a world champion mitigator, because you lose that armor and you're pretty much dead, even on the chase. Even if the last bar of armor drops at the very end of the dome, on the chase they can chip away this low health. And trying to double back right here. Yep, looks like Yan Templar does manage to juke Amy Bot right there for the dome. She did cut around, but the Kraken decided to double back the other direction, trying to find a nice comfy place to stage. The only way I think he can come back at this point is if he finds somewhere nice to stage, jukes the hunters like he did back in the early game, and gets full armor. A little bit of health there at stage 3, and he might be able to do it.
He's going to need quite a bit of health.
To the
and armor.
southwest. Yeah. Needs full armor. Krakens do have much more armor at stage 3 than they previously did before the title update, so he will have that to work with. And it looks like he is going in for the stage, but a Hank Orbital. I'd be a little nervous about a Hank Orbital with that low health.
Plus EAX that close to his face, that would be multiple machine gun clips to the head.
Oh, yeah.
And probably some landmines, too. That would not go well for Yen Templar at all. Yen Templar in sneak mode now. Pings coming out from the Hunter team. They know exactly where he is. Yeah. Not going to matter too much. He is right underneath them right now. AmyBot throws the dome. Nice dome right there.
Oh,
doesn't need to see him. They know he's in the building, and that's actually going to seal off his escape from the backside of the building. They can just come in and flush him out.
I really like that. That was a really, really sexy blind dome right there. Dropping it down without even seeing the Kraken because they were confident enough that he was in the building. And now if I mark off, I'm laying mines right outside this building, and then I'm going to force the Kraken out with the lightning gun to step on all those mines. And that's a huge armor loss right there. Aftershock does connect, but the shield does come out from Hank. Hank's telling his assault, don't worry about it. Don't pop your personal shield. I got you. Slim taking a little bit of a hit right there, but Hank again with the shield, just hanging on the outside of this building. This dome is really, really nice because he can't go out the other door. The other door is just barely cut off. You can see it right outside of the blue dome wall right there. Aftershock does connect on Markov right there. Vortex going out. Having a very, very hard time right here. Has 2 corners to work with, and the dome is actually out. There he goes. Right out of that door I was just talking about. And the Kraken is gone. I thought they'd actually get way more damage than they did right there, but I guess they did a good job of playing keep away.
Yeah, Yen Templar doing a great job mitigating there. He just stayed indoors the whole time, and they weren't able to come in as a team and push him out. I guess the corridors were a little bit too tight, and he was able to use the Vortex and Aftershock just a bit too well.
Yeah, I honestly thought that was going to go very, very worse for Yen Templar right there because of the way the dome was, just barely cutting off that door. It was beautiful. And then the very tight interior of that building. I thought Slim Shotgun would get a lot more damage. Hank on the laser cutter didn't actually use the laser cutter too much, and Markov.
Oh, Amy's going for another dome here. She might close the distance in time. Yen Templar just finishing the evolve right now. EAX coming in with the lightning gun. She didn't throw it though. I thought she threw it.
Might be waiting to see which exit the Kraken goes through before throwing the dome, perhaps?
I think she's playing it a little bit too safe right now.
Oh, she can absolutely get this. This is a 100% chance to hit dome right there.
It's too late to throw it now. 60. She backed up. She jetpacked backwards and then threw it and missed by 2 meters.
That was a terrible, terrible mistake, although they are not out of it. That would have been a kill box.
Yeah, that was a crucial blunder for Eyes on You. They could have actually won this round right here were it not for the backwards jetpack right there. Looks like Yen Templar's going to go on EAX now. Lightning Strike, he's got to pop that shield. No, shields from Cookie coming just in time. EAX is able to save his personal shield. Vortex going to knock him backwards. It actually might be on cooldown. Might be up to Killers to actually keep the assault in the game here. There's the Lightning Strike. He does pop the personal shield. Orbital on the head of Yen Templar. This could do it right here. He drops in for the Aftershock. Maggie Harpoon Traps locking him down. He's going to have to slow down to take one of those out. Rest of the team firing away from a distance. Another Lightning Strike. Team needs to split. AmyBot caught. Doesn't matter too much at this point, though. And there's another Aftershock on Riku. But he's unable to take Riku down. The shields are just too good from Killers right now.
And that lightning is going to spell his doom right there. That is cracking down. Once again, 2 Hunter wins. 1 on each side, it looks like. Eyes on You, tying it back up. 1-1. Solid play right there. Now, even though that dome didn't connect, I guess Yen Templar got a little bit too confident right there and decided to go in anyway. Not a good idea. Getting finished off there at stage 3. No dome needed. Good damage output by the team right there. Only taking 1 down penalty on Riku, the medic. 28,000 healed this round. Previously, we had 60,000. But the damage done, 25,000, I think, if I'm reading that correctly.
Yeah, let me jump back in. Yes, 25,000 damage done. 28,000 healing done. And once again, we see another Hunter win. Both monster players not faring so well against this Hunter team. Although, you know, I can't say which Hunter team had a harder time. It looked like they were both mostly in control the entire time.
Yeah, obviously neither of these Hunter teams are pushovers right now, but that was a solid match right there. Unfortunately, just wasn't able to take it home. Didn't capitalize on that missed dome back there. Now, he did take a very traditional set at the end. 3 Lightning, 3 Aftershock, 3 Vortex. And usually that'd be something I disagree with, but there was Markov on the field, and Markov gets rid of those Banshees very, very quickly. So not opting to take those at all may not have been too bad. Although in every other scenario, you should take 1 point in every ability as a monster at stage 3, just because your damage output is going to be so much more with multiple abilities. When you put 3 points into ability, in a single ability, it only does about 10% more damage than when you had 1 point in it. The reason you put more points into abilities nowadays is for a larger AoE, larger range, longer duration, whatever benefit you get. So that means just his lightnings, aftershocks, vortexes are easier to hit, but that does not mean it's doing that much more damage. In fact, if you think about it, taking the damage perk basically means you have abilities that do stage 3 damage at 1, because it's only 10% more damage. It's very little.
Yeah, and that's why it's so crucial now to actually take more than one skill, and I wonder how Yan Templar would have done had he went with a more modern skill build. Had he taken all 4 skills by stage 2, I wonder if he would have performed better. Especially with CDR, you would have had 4 abilities refreshing 25% quicker rather than just 2.
Oh yeah, and those Banshees on CDR, you can already toss out 3 without a full charge. Or with the full charge, you can toss out 3, and the other 2 can go in without a full charge. And those things with CDR spam all over the map all day. Although we are seeing Markov as the primary pick nowadays against Krakens. In fact, just generally as the primary pick. Do they have to pick Assault before Monster? I think it's Trapper, Medic, and then Monster here in the ESL Majors.
It's Trapper and Medic, yeah.
Trapper and Medic. All right, so they are picking Markov in anticipation for the Kraken because it goes Trapper, Medic, Monster. And then if they see that the Monster's Kraken, I think 99% of these teams who are practiced are going to be taking Markov against the Kraken for the extra range. Anyway, we are on Fusion Plant, a map where we may see some more Krakenage going in on this particular map. Now, I have not seen the strategy executed on Fusion Plant yet. I have not seen a single team use the anti-Kraken super waterfall of pain like they did in the European regionals back during the Proving Grounds. And we are seeing a Kraken again. Kraken is great for this map because of that giant chasm in the middle. Can fly right over it while the hunters have to use all their jetpack. But I have not seen any Hunter squad, except for that one time in the European regionals, go to that waterfall right outside the relay where Markov can get on his lightning gun and shoot at the relay, bring the Kraken over to the double bridges, and over there start picking at him. And the lightnings will land on top of the 2 bridges, so if a lightning strike comes in, you go under one of the bridges, and if an aftershock comes in, you just go under the bridges across to the other side, and the Kraken can't chase you with an aftershock. I wonder if any team will execute that strategy. We'll see.
Have to see. We got the first round here in match 2. This is Eyes on You versus EvolveHype. This is sort of a best of 5, but they play all 4 rounds because they do need to play for points. So regardless of whether, well, actually, yeah, they have to play all 4 rounds now anyway, since it is a 1-1 tie. What am I saying? Doesn't even matter. We're going to see at least 4 games of Evolve. Maybe 5 if it's a 2-2 score by the end.
Oh yeah, I'm always up for seeing more Evolve. And Cyril here back on the Monster, taking an actually very unconventional feeding route here on Fusion Plant. We see most monsters, including myself, go around into Sloth Alley first. There's a ton of mammoth birds there, and if you really, really want to take the time to beat them down that sloth, and then you end up at the end of the alley over here in this pile of reavers, and if you still need a bit more food to finish off, you can go over to the mammoth birds, or excuse me, the marsh striders. They're hanging out around the swamp area. Ooh, I think he ate a spotter back there as well. That is a nice and very easy to secure 1 meat. Take those things away from the hunters so they can't hear you. And it looks like he's going right back towards the hunters.
right into their face. Don't think he realized his mistake and might want to evacuate the premises.
Cyril needs to be careful here. Hunter team closing in from both sides. Advancing on Miracle. Miracle down to half, though. Wildman's going to have to get him healed up if they want to actually get a dome.
Oh, yeah. He is deciding to double back and not go down that alley right there because he would have walked directly into that Hunter squad. That's why I said it was a very weird opening route.
Vortex and Banshee Mines on Make Me Quit. Make Me Quit is so low. Even if they push aggression now, Make Me Quit will almost certainly have to pop his shield if he doesn't slow down to get healed up. What nice healing grenades, though, from Wildman, anticipating where Make Me Quit's going to be, firing them directly at the cliff wall. Banshee Mines, though, actually knocked Make Me Quit off after he took a while to climb up in the first place, and that's actually huge for Cyril. Look at how much distance he's put on this Hunter team. Looks like Trapper is in the lead now. Miracle, 120 meters away, and they have to cross this chasm to even have a chance of closing up. This is absolutely massive for Cyril. He's going to Mal, he's going to take the Evolve there. No, he's not. He's going to keep going. Where is he going to take the Evolve this time?
He is heading out right now. It is very, very difficult to traverse this map as the Hunters. So distance just means that much more when you have to use all of your jetpack to cross this giant chasm. And it looks like he might try to juke them right here. He is slowly making his way back to spawn, perhaps around Sloth Alley. And let's see if Daisy picks up on the monster's juke movements right here. And the Hunters redirect themselves, or if they're just going to follow right behind. Looks like Markov's splitting off from the team right now. Acceleration boost from Kyra will close the distance just a little bit. Ooh, no, but they are following directly behind him, which is not what you want to do when chasing a monster. That just takes way too much time. You want to cut him off, and it looks like we do have a successful juke right here. In fact, I'm going to bet full armor before they dome him at stage 2.
Yeah, this will almost definitely be full armor. Make Me Quit is close. The rest of the team is not that close. And Make Me Quit still isn't even close enough to actually dish out any damage to Cyril. Much less even see him. Cyril could potentially escape and start to sneak again and maybe have another juke.
Oh, he is long gone from his evolved spot. The Hunters need to cut around Sloth Alley in order to catch him. Or if they keep following behind him, he's just going to keep making his way around the map, feeding up to his heart's content. Ooh, looks like we do have the Trapper cutting around right here, though. We may see a dome at low armor.
Yep. Proper cut right here, but Miracle's not ready for it, I don't think. There's a Mammoth Bird. He does have to stop to take out the Mammoth Bird. Cyril's going to juke back the other way. Miracle and Noztix together. And it's interesting to see the 2-2 split from them. That's such an old-school formation. It's something that we don't usually see in PC competitive anymore.
Yeah, the Trapper support and Medic assault split. Good for finding the monster if you need to figure out which direction he's going. And it looks like they have finally located him. The Trapper is kind of far behind, though. Was not at the end of Sloth Alley right there. And Cyril is going back, it looks like. Oh, picking up the free candy bars right here, actually. But I predict he's going to go back the same way he did, maybe past Tim Allen again. Regardless, he's going to be getting across the map. So that the Hunters are going to have a hard time getting some damage on him. He's going to have some full armor before they get a dome. Here for perks, by the way, on Markov, we do have movement speed. Very traditional perk for assault players. Reload on Kyra, that's pretty much all we can expect from every competent Kyra player ever. Capacity on Hank, reload on Maggie, and I actually can't see what we have on the Kraken, but I'm gonna guess damage?
That is damage once again. Yeah, Cyril seems to really favor that 10% damage bonus. Even though it's been nerfed multiple times, he still really, really likes it.
Oh yeah. When you're only taking 1 point in your abilities, like I said earlier, when you put 3 points in them, you get 10% more damage. Taking that damage perk is like, kind of, having abilities that do 3-point damage. Now, of course, you don't have the same super huge utility.
Oh, sneak pounce on Noztix here. That's huge. He's going to be able to finish off Noztix. I don't think anyone can get here in time to stop him. And they don't. That is a strike on support. Absolutely massive for Cyril. Stage 2. Full armor, Make Me Quit comes in with the lightning gun, try to chase him off the body. Wildman trying to get the support back up, and they throw the dome. This is not the time to throw a dome. Another pounce. Support is back in the game. The shields come out to protect the medic, and Cyril's going to be forced off, but only for a few moments. This is going to let him get another strike on support if he plays this carefully.
Yeah, I think Daisy may have picked up the revive right there. Good job by Daisy. MVP of the team, and it looks like he may start mitigating at this point. This is a super easy dome to mitigate. This is what I like to call a super loop. A loop with multiple levels of elevation, which super loop is much easier to say than a loop with multiple levels of elevation. That is a mouthful right there. And the Kraken just trying to keep the hunters away, using his vortex, using his banshees, and using his loop with multiple levels of elevation. Trying to pick away at them if they get through the door. I'm going to predict a vortex comes in as soon as Markov or Kyra rounds the corner.
That's all Cyril's waiting for. He's just mitigating now. He knows
Yep.
he knows his chance of getting another strike is a little bit too low, and he doesn't want to take any permanent health damage. He wants to make sure he gets a win this game. I think he underestimated the Hunter team the last game, and he wants to play extra cautious now to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Oh, yeah. One down penalty on support for half of your armor? Not a bad trade. That is a trade I would make any day as a Kraken. So he is sitting real pretty right now. Could potentially take support out of the game quicker next time and then take Kyra out. That was
And
almost
Cyril
crazy.
comes in again on Wildman, this time looking to get a strike on Medic. The Aftershock doesn't connect. A few auto attacks. There's a Vortex. Wildman down to half. He's going to have to mitigate. Trapper and support need to come in and save him. They need to do their job in peeling the monster off. They want Medic to live. Looks like Wildman will survive for now, and they have another dome. But once again, this is a super dome, or what did you call it? A super loop?
Super loop.
A super loop. Yes, this is a super loop.
This is a
Cyril
super
can mitigate
infinity
forever.
loop, actually. Look at this. He's got an upper loop right here and then a lower loop down there. He can go out towards the waterfall. I don't actually have a name for this.
They can
This
do
is an
no
infinity
damage.
Super loop.
Yeah, they can't do anything to him here.
Yeah, he's looking fine. Even with this low armor, he's going to be all right. Oh, down penalty on Daisy. Daisy dies. You all die. Get her up. Aftershock does come in hot on the assault, but if Cyril wants to mitigate, he's got a super infinity loop. There is just so much room for him to dodge around down here. It is insane. If I'm an assault player, I am going to be very exhausted running around back and forth. Oh, the pounce comes out on the Trapper, and no one was in position to make the save right there. The Trapper caught out of position by their own super infinity loop. Takes a down penalty right there alongside Hank. Oh, and Daisy's out of the game. Whoa, they are falling apart here.
That's
Half
going
of
to
our
reset the
health.
dropship timer.
Yeah.
One strike on support, one strike on Trapper. Cyril looking to be in a very commanding lead this game.
This is not looking too hot right now. Daisy dies, you all die. They have no tracking implement. No more sneaky revives. Daisy was the one who picked up Hank, I believe. Maggie with one down penalty. Hank with one down penalty. Half a bar of health gone on the Kraken. I don't know. It's not looking too hot right now. If anyone wants to die, Daisy's warming up the dropship, but try not to.
And, you know, with the jetpack changes, that was a terrible place to fight. I mean, even before the jetpack changes, that was never a good spot for hunters to fight. You could still run out of jetpack. But now it's just so much harder to manage things properly in a dome like that. Coming in now on Wellman.
Good right
Coming in
now.
with that Aftershock. It does connect. Lightning Gun on Cyril. Gonna whittle off the last bit of his armor, but it looks like Cyril is probably going to get a strike on the medic here. Not much that Wellman's gonna be able to do. He's going the wrong way. No, Nosix comes in at the last second with the shields. A few more hits, though, and he's gonna power through those shields. One more hit. Drops the medic. They drop the dome at the same time, and they need to get the medic back up if they want to have a chance in this dome. Cyril has enough health to commit if he wants to. Switches it up now. Drop support. It's down to Make Me Quit and Miracle, down to Trapper and Assault. And Cyril is going to take a win here if they don't pull out something crazy.
30 seconds. Daisy was warming up the dropship. The medic drops, the dome drops. You guys need to not dome and force a fight when your medic is sitting down on the floor.
That
with a
harpoon trap. That harpoon trap might actually stop him from getting the final down on Make Me Quit before this dropship timer is up.
He's got 10 seconds to dodge.
Yeah, that actually slowed him down for about 3 seconds there.
It looks like he is dropping down in the Tyrant pit. Gotta watch out for that Tyrant. And the dropship will come back and pick up everyone who just downed. But Assault out of the game right now. Ooh, drop that personal shield. Just a little bit too late. Don't think it really mattered, though, because he would have got pounced anyway. The dropship is deploying right on Cyril's head. He can look
This is
straight
what
up
you
and look
want. This is what you want as a monster player. Nothing can be more perfect than killing the Assault as the rest of the Hunter team is dropping in right over your head.
Vortex right now, push them back up into the dropship and win the game that way.
And look at this, they're trying to get away.
It is
Oh,
not
Cyril
good.
already left. Cyril actually didn't stick around.
The positioning by this Hunter squad is just... They lost they lost the support on the first down penalty because of bad positioning. Maggie got caught alone in the super infinity loop, and then Kyra got caught without Hank in Sloth Alley. Not good positioning by this Hunter squad, and they truly got punished for it. Cyril's gonna have well over 75% of his health with some super powerful 3-point abilities. Stage 3 abilities.
Aftershock and Vortex, 3 points apiece, 1 in Banshee Mines, and 2 in Lightning Strike. Interesting that he's only taking 2 in Lightning Strike now. I'd be curious to ask him why he doesn't take 3 and only 2 in Vortex instead.
Where did the Trapper go? I wasn't paying attention, and the Trapper is dead. The Trapper is down and Markov's down.
I must have missed that when I was on the ability screen here. Looks like the Trapper was killed by Wildlife.
Was she? That is just kind of humiliating.
Miracle on the dropship now.
Bad.
That is a great pick for Cyril. Looks like this Hunter team of EvolveHype is falling apart right now. And Cyril is just going to go on the relay and draw them to him. 1 minute left on that timer. They have to come in and force him off the relay if they want to stay in this game. And of course, on this map, that brings them so close to his position.
Dan, I'm getting information from our producer that shows that Maggie actually did not jump out of the dropship for some reason. The Hunter's respawn, recloning, re-huntering mechanism didn't seem to work on Maggie, it looks like. I just saw it back there on the stream delay. But it looks like it is up to Kyra and Hank to tear through Cyril right now. And Kyra is down, no napalms to help out Hank. And there drops Hank. And therefore the rest of the Hunter squad. That is a Kraken win. The first monster win we have seen here in the ESL Majors this lovely Saturday.
Similar damage from Cyril, but not so similar healing from Wildman here. And I think that shows what changed this game. Cyril just able to mix things up, I think, and mess up the positioning of the Hunter team. And, of course, not pressing B in the down state definitely hurt the Hunter team's chances. With the
did they
staying
forget
out of the
to
game.
do that? Did they really forget to hit? It's circle on PS4. They forgot to respawn. Oh, that's such a fatal mistake. Not to mention their positioning. Those were some real fatal mistakes that they made back there that made it so that they got way too many down penalties, and Cyril just got way too much ground, way too much armor, and hit stage 3 with way too much health. Just some very, very poor positioning back there. It just was not good for that Hunter squad. I did not expect at this level of play someone to forget to push a button to respawn. That is bad. That is.
It happens to the best of us, though,
man.
right?
Oh, whenever someone is alive on my team and we got 5 seconds on the dropship, I yell, hit circle, hit circle, hit circle. Or if I'm down, I am mashing that button. I don't just push it once. Just absolutely destroy my circle button to make sure I am back up and in the fight. I am not waiting another 2+ minutes for the next dropship. The team needs all 4 Hunters boots on the ground, and unfortunately, looks like someone forgot to hit B. Ouch. All right, we are flipping sides here.
All right.
Jan Templar back on the monster versus the Eyes on You Hunter squad.
This is the second match on Fusion Plant between Eyes on You and EvolveHype, the reigning Xbox One champions. Eyes on You currently leading 2-1. I believe I have the scoreboard updated. Yeah, there it is right there. Okay, file is saved and working properly. That's always good. Just waiting to get into the 4th game now.
And unlike some professional casting beverages, I have me some lemonade Capri Sun because I am truly one of the most professional casters on Twitch, along with Dan, Black Aegis. You should follow us on Twitter at Black_Aegis and at Stell Shampoo for tweets about the professional things we're doing, like drinking Capri Suns. Also, be sure to follow the stream, because following the stream is a great way to support Competitive Evolve and come out, hang out with us, with the lovely people in the chat, and watch
all good to go.
some Monster Hunter carnage.
All right, looks like all 5 players are in the game now. Should be doing picks in just a second, and then we'll be jumping right into what could possibly be the final game if Eyes on You takes a win.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, if EvolveHype can win, we'll have a tie score, 2-2, and we will go into a 5th game. Tiebreakers are always fun. We haven't seen a tiebreaker in a long time, Nikki. There was a point where we were seeing multiple tiebreakers in every single series in the Sunday Cup. You know, it was just happening nonstop. And lately, it hasn't been that consistent.
Tiebreakers are particularly interesting because of the extra competitive tactical layer that goes into picks and bans, and what monster do you think he's going to play if we ban this, or what hunter should we choose if this gets banned, or should we allow them to pick so we can get the bans, take the advantage that way? Are you more confident in your monster or your hunter squad? Tiebreakers are where an extra layer of strategy comes into play that hunter squads should consider. In fact, I actually barely pulled a win off of, who is it? Hunters in Pajamas during a community tournament because I very smartly picked our tiebreaker round.
Wait a minute. There was a hunter team in the community tournament called Hunters in Pajamas.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
Instead of ninjas in pajamas.
I think they're an ESL team also.
I haven't seen it. Maybe in the PS4 scene.
In the PS4 scene, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, hopping in here on Fusion Plant. I would have been interested to see, because that Kraken hit stage 3, what their stage 3 strategy would have been, if they would have used platform, if they would have used the relay, or if they would have used Kraken Waterfall Cheese of Death. But they didn't even have a chance to set up. All right, hopping in here. We are switching sides. We got Jan Templar hopping in on the Kraken. You know, we haven't seen any Goliath since the title update. Have we casted any Goliath games at all?
Since the title update, I believe we've cast 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'm not seeing too much Goliath anymore, and I'm actually finding it a bit harder to play Goliath relative to the other monsters. In fact, Goliath used to be a staple, you know, super straightforward, punch things in the face, throw rocks into people's mouths, and things get done. But now Goliath just feels a little bit less viable, maybe because of the way his abilities have been changed, less AoE. You know, I'm not getting 3 points in a rock at stage 2 anymore because it's not as viable to put 3 points into a single ability. You want to spread your points out a bit more. Maybe it was the Leap Smash changes. Leap Smash did take a huge nerf to its radius at all stages. We're not seeing the typical 3 leap, 3 flame anymore because, like I said earlier, you want to spread out your abilities. So, you know, you can't come in with a Leap Smash, hit all of the hunters because the radius was super big and you put 3 points into it, and then start flaming them. You know, that flamethrower at 1 point is super short. Despite the fact that, you know, it is good to spread your points out, but still, 1 point flamethrower just got no range. So, I don't know. I'm still rethinking my Goliath set. I personally don't know what I want to run on my Goliath. But we got a Kraken here. Wonder what he's running. Probably interesting to see. He went last round 3 Aftershock, 3 Vortex in stage 2. We'll have to see. Is taking the typical feeding route, going after the Mammoth Birds here in Sloth Alley. Very, very quick opening. Get the spotters, get the Mammoth Birds here at Sloth Alley. At the end of the alley, you got a bunch of Reavers. Feed up on those. And if you still need a little bit of food at the end, which you will sometimes need, there's some Marsh Striders drinking out of the pond that you can very quickly gobble up. And you can hit stage 2, or at least be full energy, very, very quickly. All right, feeding up here on this Mammoth Bird. There we go, about 2 or 3 more meets away from stage 2. It's a great
He's got an opposite cut here from Eyes on You. With Assault and Medic, actually, or Assault and Support cutting around the south side of Sloth Alley here. And Jan Templar is just going to juke right over them and head straight for the fusion plant.
Yep, he is going to try to make some good distance right here. Actually not ready to stage up quite yet, but he should be by the time he gets dome for the first time. In fact, at this point, if he downs a hunter at stage 1, he'll be ready to stage. But it is unlikely that a hunter squad like this.
Very, very open dome here.
Is this... What is...
He's
what is
actually
this? He's got the
maybe
caves.
not so open. Yeah, he does. He's got... No, the back end of the cave is cut off.
All right.
But this is still a great dome to mitigate in. The whole hunter team is going to have to walk down this long, short alley. And Yan knows it. He's just going to sit at the back end of this cave and wait out the minute.
If I'm this Kraken, I'm just chilling.
Hunter team now just trying to finish off that Tyrant, because of course they have to get by the Tyrant before they can continue to come in. Riku actually pushing the aggression solo here with Daisy in tow. Amybot coming in now also on that submachine gun. The entire Hunter team is just dishing out all the damage that they can. They're going to force Jan Templar out of position, and he might drop down onto that mine. No, he doesn't. He is going to get out in time.
Yep, he's going to
Harpoon
go
traps
all
though,
the way
slowing
back
him
up.
down.
Have a fun time climbing that cliff, Hunters.
because the Kraken is out. That dome
Oh!
dropping any second now.
First two up, caught by Vortex. Good thing they finished off that Tyrant. And that is more than enough time for Yen Templar to get away with still a good bit of armor left. I mean, he's still basically chip safe.
Oh, he is completely fine and out of there. And also ready to hit stage 2. He's just going to look for a nice, comfortable place to stage. Possibly by... Oh, no. He's going to do it right there? No, that is definitely a fake out. There we go. He wanted to move into the bush right there for a little bit of extra cover and try to get around the corner. Nope. No, that was also a fake. Juking out the hunters and the caster. He's not going to do it again, is he? Nope.
I don't think he's going to.
Trying to find a nice, comfortable place to stage.
Killer's an Amybot here, cutting directly towards Yen, and if Yen's not careful, Amybot will have the jetpack to get in range and throw the dome. I don't know if she's going to take it, though.
Throwing the dome right here definitely won't be... I mean, that was one of the worst domes you could throw in this entire map right there.
Look.
So throwing a
Look at
dome
that
right here
juke.
would be much
He
worse.
just snuck right by Killers and Amybot. I don't know. Killers doesn't actually see him. Killers might see him now. No, he didn't catch him dropping down.
That was a hard juke right there. I cannot believe neither of them caught that.
Right by Trapper and Support. I mean, literally right under their noses with
Yep.
Daisy also.
Oh, yeah. And he just walked past. Riku could have turned around right there and possibly started making his way towards him, but no one saw him. That was a beautiful juke right there.
You can see Daisy
And then
there.
now follow Daisy. Go follow Daisy, guys. As Chloe once taught me, follow the Daisy, Daisy, Daisy. Follow the Daisy. 1 Lightning, 2 Aftershock, 2 Vortex, 1 Banshee. Not a bad set. Oh, this is the same dome as it was last time. This is going to be Mitigation City right here.
They do have the cave entrance this time. They can get the other
do
side
they?
of the caves. Yep.
They do.
Look at that.
Yep.
Amybot wisely covering the exit here with harpoon traps as well. There's 2 harpoon traps. That's huge. Yen Templar is going to walk right into them. That second harpoon trap hasn't even armed yet. He does get away before the second one is fully armed. Drops in now for that aftershock. Pops
Nice
all the
connection.
landmines and drops back into the cave. That was great timing.
Looks like he just wants to mitigate right here, though, because of the fact that he doesn't have a lot of armor and he's not too close to focusing anyone down. Now, if you do want to focus down Slim, you can use a strategy I like to call Starving Slim, which is basically stay away from him, get him low health, don't give him a chance to heal himself because he can only heal himself with the heal burst. He can't heal bug himself, and then go back in on him when your abilities are off of cooldown. That is, of course, if Hank's shield game is not on point, but Hank on the laser cutter right now, trying to chip away. They are going to get some permanent health damage before this dome drops in a couple of seconds. There it goes. Dome is out. Yen Templar is free to continue feeding. Not too much health damage right here. On the run, it looks like they're going to try to continue to chip away at him, but they do have to do a bit of climbing right now, which is not very fun. I'd rather be shooting than climbing. Looks like he's going to pick up a couple of meats right here, just trying to get himself chip safe while he continues on around the tractor that everyone, for some reason, has named Tim Allen. Tim Allen the tractor.
Lightning
Poking
strike
at
on
something
AX. He
like
does pop the personal shield. Doesn't even connect. Actually, that was another shield from Killers. Killer has been on point with these shields so far today.
Now, they can get another dome in a couple of seconds, it looks like, but they want to choose somewhere much better than these other domes that I've been seeing.
Oh, Riku needs to be careful. Shields down low. Riku down low himself. Lightning strike comes out. Riku
Good
dodges
dodge.
it at the last minute, dishing out the damage to Yan, keeping himself alive at the same time. That is the power of Slim. And Yan is going to be forced to run now that he has no armor.
Oh, nice preemptive harpoon right there. You know, we haven't actually talked about the Maggie changes yet. Oh, let's talk about that later. Monster has been captured. And this is another pretty big dome, it looks like. There is a huge drop right there into the death pit. But let's see if he can loop up through this top door right here. If he can climb his way up.
Looks like Eyes on You's Hunters might fall prey to the same pitfall that their Hunter counterparts on EvolveHype did in the last game. Doming at this location right here almost never goes well for a Hunter team.
Yep.
Sneak pounce on Riku now. I think he's
Oh,
going to
that's
drop
not
at the
good.
end. He does get shot off. Riku with more than enough health to survive. The Vortex misses. Yen Templar probably going to duck back inside again. Oh, there's a landmine. That's going to slow him down a little bit. He does take it out, continues to climb, and he's back up another level. And these Hunters are even lower on jetpack than they started when they were up high.
Oh yeah, I gotta figure out a name for this kind of dome because it's more of a vertical sort of loop rather than a horizontal loop. He doesn't have anything to kite around. He can't go out the other side the way the dome is formed.
but it is sort of a vertical loop where you can drop down to the bottom.
This
and
is a
come back
hunter
up.
hell dome, is what it is. It's an absolute hell for hunters.
That is not fun, especially if you're the assault. You're responsible for getting damage in a dome like that. That is not fun. Anyway, back on Maggie. Maggie did have a reduction in the time it takes to put harpoons on the ground because her reload has been slightly increased. And you couple that with the previous patch that came out a while ago that makes the harpoons take longer to arm. Maggie's not getting as many harpoons on the ground as she used to, but that just means more machine pistol love. And also reload on trappers does also help her pretty significantly with the dome and putting down those harpoon traps. Making his way through Sloth Alley right here. Half armor. These hunters need to drop better domes. Like I said before also, it is so much easier to dome. We're looking at 1 second dome times now. Previously, we had 5 seconds.
Yan looking to pull the same juke that he did before.
Ooh.
Except EAX is closing in just a little bit too quickly now. EAX laid his mines and he's backing off. Riku might be going the other way too. You know, EAX might be caught out of position here if he's not careful. Yan Templar advancing right over his head now. Fires a couple shots. Down below, there's the vortex that does connect with Riku. And Yin Templar is going to continue over to the downed ship in the southwest side of the map.
Oh yeah, there's actually a name to this ship. I actually forgot it, but Parnell calls out the name of this ship. He used to hear about it when he was a kid, if I remember correctly. Anyway,
Dome is thrown.
making its way out.
Oh, looks like Yan lagged out, or we lagged out. Everything is lagged out here.
Or the dome. The dome. It's gonna be the first actual good dome the hunters dropped, and they're also gonna drop the game. No good domes allowed.
Looks like Steam is still working, so this wasn't a Steam crash. I don't know. This could be a massive lag spike, or it could be something worse.
All right, I'm just gonna shoutcast what I think is happening. It looks like Jan Templar has downed the support. Oh my God! And there goes Slim to an ace lightning strike. Markov being eaten by 3 tyrants. Daisy single-handedly brings the monster down to a bar of health. Maggie trying to keep the harpoon traps down in place so Daisy can use her close range abilities to take out the Kraken. I have no idea what's happening right now.
I like the sound effect from the Kraken, though.
Is he making that little buzzing flying sound right now?
Round time still going up, and there we go. Everyone crashes.
Oh, everyone is out of the game. So what happens at this point? Do they shoot him a couple times and pick up where they left off, or are we just going to get a clean restart here?
I think the only way to do it is to have a clean restart, actually.
Ah, all right then, that's fair enough. I always like the gentleman's agreements where they're like, hey, we took half your health, let's just shoot you a couple times to spawn, go out and evolve.
Of course, unfortunate for the Hunter team of Eyes on You, since they were definitely winning that game, but Yan Templar gets another shot now.
I don't think definitely winning, but they were looking pretty good. They had no down penalties and about half health damage. So they were looking pretty good. Unfortunately, the game broke. Yay. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. That's all right. You guys get to sit here with me and listen to me yammer on about what I think about Evolve and spread my opinions on the game. That's what us casters do. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being patient with us. We are trying to get the match reset up here and communicating with the teams. Just give us a moment before we get started again. Thank you all for dropping by and listening to the cast. Don't forget to follow the stream. And more importantly, thank you for these players for giving us something to cast. And thank you to you viewers for supporting Competitive Evolve, because if no one was watching, then I'd just be kind of a weirdo sitting in my room talking to the wall. Talking to Dan.
Yeah,
But,
we would just talk to each other. How entertaining would that be? I mean, we'd have no one to talk to
We'd have
Evolve
no one to
about.
cast to. There would
Not
be
really
more
that much
players.
fun.
There would be more players and more casters than there were viewers. Have a good old time sitting around by ourselves with no one to share the love that is Competitive Evolve with. All right, we're gonna get started again right here on Fusion Plant. Thank you all for coming out so I don't have to sit around and talk to the wall. We are going to get back in on the action. Same picks. Picks do not change when a game drops. We're just going to get a restart here. And it is going to be a fresh game, as if nothing that just happened. Hopefully we can see a couple more advantageous domes for the hunters where they're not trying to fly all over the place, so that they can actually get a bit more health damage. They did get a good amount of damage for considering the domes that they did get.
Yeah, they definitely did. Looks like, I believe they do have to pick everything the same since it is a restart.
Yeah.
I don't think they get to repick, of course.
They don't. I'm pretty sure.
But Yan Templar gets more time to try his jukes again.
Oh, yeah. He pulled off some beautiful jukes. If I'm this hunter squad, I'm saying, don't let him do that again. I'm not even sure if they knew how hard they got juked back there. Walking past the trapper and support, I believe, at the start, and then past the medic for the clean stage 2. All right, we're going to get back into the match here. We got Yan Templar on EvolveHype's Monster. And we have Eyes on You rocking their Hunter Squad. They are currently ahead 2-1 in the series. Their Monster previously, Cyril, managed to pull a W. We have 2 Hunter wins and 1 Monster win. That in favor of Eyes on You. Going over to Sloth Alley, this is a very, very typical feeding route for pretty much every monster ever who I've seen play on Fusion Plan, except Cyril, who decided to go around instead. But every monster ever goes to this particular feeding route because of the fact that it's just so quick and so easy to get food in your belly and get to stage 3.
You know, this is actually pretty slow for Yan Templar. I mean, we've seen monsters pull off, I think, a minute 10 on this map, taking that exact same route, but it looks like he took a little time, and also maybe a little bit of bad luck on the spawns as well. But he's still not even close to stage 2.
Did you see him go hide in that bush right there? Maybe he's trying to juke again. No, I think he's going loud. Is he trying to juke? Yeah, he's going loud.
Yeah, he doesn't care this time, going right on EAX. GA Killer's firing away. He knows AmyBot is nowhere around, nowhere in sight, and he's going to back off down Sloth Alley again as AmyBot circles around back towards him.
Yeah, he needs to get his feet on a bit faster than he is right now. He did get full armor, but not looking too good on the energy meter. And the reason you take this particular feeding route is it is very predictable and it is easy to cut off by coming over to the end of Sloth Alley. But the trade-off is a ton of food. And he didn't take advantage of the fact that he can get a ton of food. Right here would be a great place to dome in Sloth Alley. That is a lovely place to dome a Kraken because of the lack of elevation changes. It's a nice, long hallway, and they can easily put damage in without jetpacking everywhere. And it looks like he's actually not opting in to continue down Sloth Alley and doubling out.
Yeah, Yan doesn't care at this point. Hunter team, though, a little bit split up. It looks like AmyBot's actually making a really, really nice cut here.
But I think
they may actually be able to get the dome on Yan if he doesn't double back. He's just waiting here in sneak mode. Being attacked by EAX now. Lightning Gun gonna push him back the other way, back to where he started. And Yan is still only about halfway to stage 2. This is actually really good for the Hunters in this game.
Oh, he is getting out of here. Going back over to Sloth Alley. And AmyBot's actually pretty far off. She did try to go for a cut, which ended up not being helpful because the Kraken did decide to bail back. Yep, over there in the back of the squad. Landmines are going down, though, so if the Kraken does decide to try to exit on this side of Sloth Alley, he's going to have to deal with that. And an angry Russian man with a lightning gun standing in front of those mines. I hate that, man. Don't you hate that when you're trying to escape from Sloth Alley and an angry Russian man with a lightning gun just decides to stuff paint into your face? Man, you just ruined my Saturday.
I hate it anytime an angry Russian man tries to stuff paint in my face with a lightning gun. That is never a pleasant situation.
Oh, yeah. There's a situation you seem to run into a lot when you're playing Evolve, but I'm talking about in real life, it's kind of irritating. All right.
Yeah, I think the lightning gun is definitely the most irritating part there. It's worse than even getting tased.
Yeah, I think... Now, I'm not an electrician. I don't know how voltages work, but I feel like a lightning gun puts out more electricity than a taser. Just a guess. I don't know what you think, but...
Yeah, just a little bit. Probably not all that much. Yan Templar, though, with a great juke on the Hunter team here. If he doesn't stop to feed, he will be able to get the distance, and they're all going to be grouped up now. There's no way they're going to get a dome on him. AmyBot actually cutting wide with Killers. They're actually going to be able to circle around in time. He waited just a little bit too long. I think they're going to make it.
All right, he's trying to get out of Sloth Alley here. Amy Bot should have eyes on the monster in a moment. Yep, looks like she sees exactly where he is. This would be a lovely, lovely place to dome right here. Nice flat ground, a couple of rocks for Hank to stand up on.
Oh no! He jukes the other way at the last minute and psychs her out. Amy Bot's gonna miss the dome. You need to be at least 50 meters to successfully throw it in most situations, maybe even 45.
I like 45 is nice and comfortable. Sometimes lag needs to be taken into account, especially when you're playing with European players and you're on the west coast of America. So throwing it a bit earlier is nice, but we're looking at a stage 1 monster with very, very low armor. I take that back, he just ate up. A couple of Reavers, I think that was right there. We're 5 minutes into the game and no stage 2 has been made. He's not even ready to evolve yet.
Yeah, not only is he not ready, but he's not even close to having the distance that he needs to evolve. He does have that meter full now. Now he actually needs to work on getting distance, and he's had so much difficulty getting distance already. I wonder what's going to happen. They might just force him into a panic evolve.
See, on this map in particular, I think it's super easy to gain distance because all he needs to do is he's been over on the Sloth Alley part of the map the whole time. Double over the Giant Chasm, go over to Tim Allen, go over to the Fusion Plant, maybe sneak around and juke them. Get one of those super painful vertical infinity mega domes back there. If you get domed at stage 2 and just mitigate, you're going to be looking fine. You're not going to take a lot of health damage if you have all of that verticality to work with. And, of course, they have to cross the chasm to catch up to you. Oh, no, he's just taking the stage 2 right here. You don't want to listen to the caster. Why is he taking it so close to Markov? That's not a good idea, man. He's going to get domed so hard right here.
Wow, that is absolutely huge. Right in the face, takes a ton of damage. Yen Templar going with that same build as last time, and the monster's out of that dome.
Wait.
Oh,
what?
man.
What?
What an evolved dome juke from Yen Templar.
How in the world was that dome missed right there? That was... I'm not even sure how that happened right there. I blinked for a second, took a sip of my Capri Sun, and the monster was out of the dome.
Literally, in between Assault and the monster right there. Yen Templar, the jukes of hazard.
Going in, getting out of those domes. Dome dodging is so difficult nowadays with the 1 second dome drop. That would have been an amazing place to fight. You got a nice, tight hallway. Put those traps down. You got 2/3 of the trap team on deck right now. Well, I guess you could say 3 of them because Slim is in play. Get those spores down, and the Crack's going to have a very, very hard time mitigating in there because of the lack of verticality in Sloth Alley. That would have been huge. They would have got a ton of health damage, but they missed a dome. That is unfortunate. Sloth pushing him away a bit right here. Could kill it if he wanted. Now, I believe he took 3 Aftershock, 3 Vortex. Not very DPS efficient, but great if you want to land Aftershocks. Vortex, huge radius. Aftershock, huge radius, especially since the radius got buffed. The damage got dropped, but the radius got buffed. Aftershock is going to be super easy to connect, and
he does get that dome this time.
Dome right here. Oh yeah, I think she locked out the door. This is much better than
this is a huge dome for the Hunter team. Stage 2, no armor. They can dish out a ton of damage to the monster here. Killers does pop the cloak early. He will have it again before this dome is up, but he goes on Amybot now. Aftershock going to finish Amybot off. Shields coming in at the last second. There's the heals from Slim. Vortex knocking Amybot back, and Amybot is just hanging on to life by a sliver here. Another Aftershock. Oh, almost takes her out. Vortex as well. Amybot is still in this fight, and the Hunters are just whittling away at the armor of Yen Templar. They need to do more significant damage, though, to make this worth it.
See, Hank is shielding every single one of these Aftershocks, and that's just because he doesn't have the abilities and the DPS output to down Maggie right now. Slim and Hank are doing a great job keeping him up, and because of the fact that he didn't take multiple abilities, his damage per second is dropped pretty significantly. Putting 3 points into abilities only gives you about 10% more damage, and it looks like that dome is down. They got a good amount of health damage right there, 3 bars for a single dome. That was pretty much the same dome that they would have gotten. I feel like they would have got about the same amount of damage in that dome as they did off the Evolve Dome. But it would have been nice to get the Evolve Dome anyway, because the Kraken had very, very little armor. They did have to tear through a little bit of armor there to work through. But they did a good amount of damage anyway. He's down to a little less than half health right now.
Yeah.
Despite that huge dome miss.
Yeah, absolutely. For anyone who had questions about Amybot's dome after the Evolve Dome, well, she definitely more than redeems herself with that amazing dome right there.
That was
Great shield play from Killers as well in that dome, keeping Amybot alive. We got another fight here. Monster armor is down. Looks like he's trying to find out who to focus. Killers does pop the cloak. He's going to escape. Yen Templar's going to be forced off, losing another bar of armor with absolutely nothing to show for it. Another bar of health.
He didn't even have a dome back there, and he lost that much. That was not a good engagement. You know who he needed to focus back there? No one. He needed to go focus on himself, be selfish, go get some armor, because that was bad right there. He lost more than a bar for nothing. For pretty much nothing. He's so lucky they didn't have the dome thrown right there. And it looks like he is going to get domed here, though. And no, he cannot get in through that door right there. So they do have verticality to work with, but not verticality with a loop. This is a good dome again right here. AmyBot redeeming herself so she doesn't have to hand in her trapper card.
Oh, right on the landmine. Finishing off his armor. There's the aftershock on EAX. He's going to soak that. No, he pops the shield, actually. And that does basically nothing to him. Yen Templar now forced down below into the dam, down that little river there. Killer's firing away on the laser cutter. Yen Templar down to a bar and a half or so of health in just a few seconds. Rest of the Hunter team, they should be in all-out damage mode right now. I'm not sure anything else matters. There's an aftershock. That is going to connect with Rico. He's going to get healed up very quickly, though. There's the orbital coming in. Yen Templar down to half a bar of health now. Anything will finish him off at this point. There is no way he's making it out of this dome. Great harpoon trap from Maggie. Locks him down, and that's going to be it. Eyes on You finishes the fourth game, taking a 3-1 victory over EvolveHype.
You saw he was just trying to find somewhere to loop. That door didn't loop. Previously, he had that door to loop. He saved himself a ton of health. He was trying to find that other door, that lower door to the power relay. Couldn't loop there either. Couldn't go back over the waterfall. No loops. Bit of verticality to deal with, but sometimes it happens. And that was a much better final 2 domes for the Hunter squad. Very clearly able to put out the DPS and finish him off right there. And Yen Templar drops that round right there. Made it 3-1 in favor of Eyes on You, the winner of this ESL Major Series.
Yeah, great play by both teams, actually. And Eyes on You really, really pulled it together, I think, in that last matchup. Both games, the top and bottom of the second match on Fusion Plant. Really showing their dominance, I think, on the PC scene. And showing that they are still one of the top competitive teams. EvolveHype, let's see what they are actually at right now. I think we can actually pull up the group stage scores overall. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Statistics.
Look at that.
I am a man of objective statistical data.
And it's actually working right this time, which is awesome. So we've got in Group C right here. No, that doesn't work. Neither does that. There we go. So in Group C right here, yeah, we've got EvolveHype. Eyes on You is now going to be tied with 12 points with Team Potato Aim. Both teams will now have 4 games played and 4 wins apiece, which means that the only team that each one of them has left to play is each other in the group stages right now. And guess what? That's coming up right after this.
That's exciting right there. I like that. Someone is going to come out with a tarnished record. Ooh, someone's going to come out flawless.
And someone's going to come out with a first-place seed, which is going to be so, so important going into the playoffs. Because, of course, once you're in the playoffs, as far as I know, it's going to be single elimination, not double elimination, meaning that any series loss means you're out of the tournament. You are not going to Poland. You don't have a chance to compete for the 10K prize.
Oh, yeah. You are out of it in single elimination if you mess up once. So this is going to be an interesting next series. But that last series was good. GG to Eyes on You and EvolveHype. AmyBot proving why I don't have to call her Mazel there at the end of those final 2 domes.
Yeah, absolutely great 2 last domes there from AmyBot.
Yep.
Really, really amazing positioning, and the situation or the landscape of the dome really allowed the entire Hunter team to stay on the monster at all times. And there was nothing that Yen Templar could do in those 2 domes. He was just caught out in the open with nowhere to mitigate.
Yeah, but credit to him for those jukes as well. We did see some great trapping. I gotta say to him, though, great job on a little bit of that juking, because we had some really solid ones right there. Anyway, Team Potato Aim versus Eyes on You is coming up next. Both with a flawless record in Group Charlie here in the ESL Evolve Majors. We'll be getting that set up and back in the action in a moment.
Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
I have Capri Sun. Let's go.
Oh yeah, cue the music.
I got some better lighting. This green screen is making my hair not look fluffy and on point right now. It's clipping too much.
Stop the time, hold your breath. You're the only one I see. Breathe me in, taste your lips. You're the only high I need.
Hey, whoever's messaging me those knock-knock jokes on Steam, stop it. Stop it.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Yes, I'm glad you didn't say orange.
Kraken.
Kraken who?
My knock, knock jokes are cracking you up.
Why did you do that? That was terrible. I feel nauseous.
I'm waiting for all the fails in chat.
Ah, that was disgusting.
Checking out that emote right now. I guess we'll do it just like that. Let's try this. You know, depending. Yeah, it looks like chat sees the bad joke. That actually took a while to catch up.
Yeah.
Depending on how long it takes for Cyril to actually jump into the next game, we might have the GG emote, at least in processing.
Yeah, it'll take a couple hours to process. So the Twitch office is open right now, so they should process it much faster. Maybe it'll be done by the end of the cast, if the cast goes long.
What does it have to be? 112? I forget the sizes now.
28 by 28, 52 by 52, and 112 by 112. This is off the top of my head, let me check.
I can look it up too. 28,
Yeah,
56, and 112.
28, yeah. You just gotta remember 28 and then double it. And then double that. Yo, if you guys aren't already subscribed for the GG emote, now would be a good time because you look so angry in that picture. It's so angry and so sportsman-like. I don't know, but it just the facial expressions of emotes always makes me happy.
Oh, the other one looked more like an O face than a GG emote. It looked even more salacious than this one potentially.
I don't know why a lot of streamers have O-face emotes. What's up with that? Maybe those are to be spammed in chat when reverse god domes are thrown. No, wait. There's no such thing as a reverse god dome. Is there? I guess there is, but then why wouldn't the hunter just come in?
You know, this is gonna be real small on Twitch. I may keep it like this, but I may actually cut out my shoulders and just leave the head.
I can see if it always looks much better on Twitch than it does on your screen when it's in 28 by 28. It always looks much better on Twitch than it does on your screen. I usually like to cut, like, if you look at my Nikki Palm emote, just right at the top of the collarbone. That's where I cut my Nikki Palm emote. Nikki out, because the facial expression is so big, I actually decided to cut off my hair. Not in real life, but in the emote. Don't freak out, chat. I have once again taken over twitch.tv/blackaegis. The amount of knock-knock jokes that I have received on Steam after announcing to not send me knock-knock jokes have actually been reduced, but to be honest, I'm just saying I don't like them, but I actually think they're kind of funny. Dan's was the worst, though. I don't think you can top that. Coming up next, Team Potato Aim versus Eyes on You. Thanks, drop by everyone in the chat. I was out at the gym the other day, and you guys were dropping those Evolve pickup lines in the chat. So I found a very attractive lady and dropped a couple of them on her. Did not work. Did not work. You guys got to step up your pickup line game. Just kidding. I don't go to the gym. As if. Dan, when you were my age, how often did you work out? Or how often did you go out to the gym? Or did you have a home gym?
How old are you?
20.
20.
We're talking in college. How much did you work out in college?
Not a whole lot in college. I actually worked out a lot more in high school. I used to run 10 or 12 miles a day.
Wow, that's
I was in cross country, so yeah, our coach was insane.
I could not imagine running 10 to 12 miles. I'd run 2 and be all like, done. I'll come back next month. You know, my biceps are a little jelly-like right now. I feel maybe I should be lifting during these breaks.
All right, well, we'll have to see if Cyril's been lifting because he's got another match coming up right now, actually. This is Eyes on You once again versus Team Potato Aim. Oh, and we're live also. I didn't actually tell you that. I'm glad you saw that.
Don't worry, I saw. You're so lucky I didn't stand up because I'm not wearing pants right now.
Oh, no pants. You know what? I should probably take my pants off too, and then we'd have a no pants stream. Wow, that sounds dirty.
I don't think we both... Let's... Okay.
Anyway, we've got a game, don't we?
Yeah, we do indeed. Here on Armory, ladies and gentlemen. Hop into the next match. We've got Team Potato Aim versus Eyes on You. And
Here's the thing. Neither of these teams have lost any games at all in the ESL Major so far.
That
means someone is coming out with a loss here.
This is for the #1 seed in Group C going into the playoffs. And we've got a pretty standard pick set coming out. Cyril, the monster player for Eyes on You in the first series against Team Potato Aim's Hunters. And, you know, TPA is a team that came out of nowhere in the competitive scene and just instantly started doing well. Just right from the get-go, they were a team, one of the few teams that could sometimes actually take games off of Ninja Penguins when Ninja Penguins was dominating the Sunday Cups. And, I mean, even Ninja Penguins really, really respected and maybe even feared their team a little bit.
Oh, yeah. And no one, I should say, in the ESL Majors seems to be a pushover, at least that we've casted so far. These are both extremely strong teams that have made it 4 entire series without dropping a single one. So neither of these teams are to joke about. And we're hopping in here on the monster. I believe this is Cyril again for Eyes on You. Going for a very typical feeding route here on Armory. Probably going to go down this south side, continue feeding up, and by the time he gets back to the house pipe area, he should be able to stage if he is feeding himself properly. I feel like I should be a monster nutritionist. Because I see so much competitive play, I could teach monsters the opening routes. Hey, you want to go fast? You want to hit stage 2 quickly? Monster nutritionist Nikki here to help you out. That would be an
shampoo.
awesome
Monster nutritionist.
That's such an awesome job title right there. Imagine my desk. And my client. I need some big chairs.
You know how people put descriptions of what they do on their Twitter? That needs to be part of your bio in your Twitter.
Yeah.
Monster
I think we'd have to change
nutritionist.
my bio after that. Hey, monsters, you need some help on your feeding routes? I've seen it all. Hit me up.
Cyril with the stage 2 and the no armor stage 2 Evolve Dome coming in from TPA. Hunter team gonna look to push some aggression. Cyril actually taking no points in Lightning Strike at stage 2. Interesting choice there.
Yep, he does have a bit of a loop, it looks like, right here. So he is going to be able to dodge around a little bit. Getting the feed on. Managed to pick up one single meat right there, but that armor is going to be very quickly torn up. Going in on Markov, that personal shield is going to come online any second now. There it is. Personal shield has been popped. Aftershock coming in hot. Connects with Maggie and Daisy right there, picking up the 2-piece. And we got some mines actually on the other side of this loop, so he might not want to double back over there. That's going to be a little dangerous.
Banshee Mine's going to finish off Daisy
no.
right there. Daisy goes down, and what do you say?
Daisy dies, you all die.
You all die.
It's not good.
That's
Kyra.
exactly what Cyril is hoping happens now.
Kyra, get Daisy someone. He's actually mitigated a ton of damage right here, and it's actually feeding up on something he found in that coral right there. I'm not sure if he just found like half a can of Coke or something right there, but there was some piece of wildlife right there that he was able to snack up on. Ooh, plant. Someone's gonna have to watch out for that. See a plant, shoot a plant. Unless you're the monster, then lead the hunters right into him. And that was actually a great dome for Cyril right there. He lost less than a bar of health and managed to hit stage 2. And now he's getting armored up. This is not looking bad for him at all. Oh, and Daisy's down, by the way. No one remember Daisy? She's out of the game. No one remembered Daisy. She's 1/5 of the team, guys. Oh, poor Daisy. Daisy's out of it, warming up that dropship. Just gonna hang out with Cabot for a little bit.
Of course, that's actually really good for the Hunter team now, starting the dropship timer early. If anyone actually does go down, if they make any misplays and Cyril capitalizes on it, they're going to be back in the fight that much quicker. Of course, in order to do that, they actually need to stay close to the monster in the first place and push a fight to the monster, which doesn't look like it's going to be happening anytime soon. Cyril is just putting more and more distance on this Hunter team, and he's going to be fully armored up before the Hunter team ever reaches him.
Oh, yeah. That is not going to be very good for the Hunter team, considering the lack of damage they got in that Evolve Dome. And Daisy going down with 1 down penalty for less than a bar of health on the Kraken. I would say Cyril's looking pretty good at this point. If he doesn't completely screw up this next engagement and gets a down penalty on the support, who's usually who we see fall first as far as Hunters go. Support goes down, Hunters go down, because they have no shields. Of course, Kyra is going to be able to pick him up, but just being able to whittle down the support and then eventually taking him out of the match and then killing the rest of the Hunter squad is usually how we see monsters cascade the Hunters into a victory. That is unless the Hunters can keep the sustain up and punish the monster before they manage to take each other out.
they may not even reach him until he hits stage 3. What we saw back there, Hunters and Monster each taking a Megamouth apiece. Of course, that Megamouth is much more advantageous for the Monster player, as that's 4 bars of his evolution meter right there. It is now full. He's taking that stage 3.
Wow.
Hunter team gonna have to close the gap now. 60 meters. This will probably be a dome. To win closing. Ooh, no. To win is so far behind. This isn't gonna be a dome.
He might get out of this, you're right. Looks like Markov does go in a little bit with the assault rifle, does get a little bit of damage. 2 lightning, 1 banshees, 3 aftershock, 3 vortex. Pretty much the set I'd take. Maybe I'd take 3 lightning, 2 aftershock.
Okay.
You guys know
Twin's
how
got
partial
this
I
now.
am. Oh,
He's
that's
not
it.
getting
That's
out.
a go.
Thrown at 25 meters. Monster captured. That's it. Cyril is in the dome, but he's got half armor. He's stage 3. And this Hunter team is going to have to be extremely careful. This is a decent dome for him to mitigate if he needs to. We're going to have 2 layers here, 2
Oh, now
levels
he's
of
full armor.
elevation, plus multiple line of sight breaks.
Why did they let him feed right there? He got up to full armor, and Krakens have quite a bit of armor.
Going on Nimp now with that lightning strike. It does connect on Nimp. He drops in for the aftershock. Shields come out from support. Still looking to focus down Nymph. There's another attack. The sneak attack shot off instantaneously, and Nymph is back up to about 75% life. Going for another aftershock. This one does not connect. Shields that are protect just in case. Drops in aftershock, absorbed by the shields. This aggression on Nymph, though, is just a little bit too strong. And look at how much damage they've dealt to Cyril's armor.
Oh, that might drop the support right there. If he manages to connect, this aftershock does go in, and support is down. Orbital does come in to cover the body, though. Kyra should be able to get him up very quickly while Cyril has to deal with these harpoon traps.
Looks like he's going to
Gilbert's
stay in.
just
He's got the HP to stay in, but Fave is back up in the fight. That's their support. Roy coming in now with the lightning gun. Lightning strike does not connect, and Cyril's on the run.
Yeah, at this point, duck out, grab some armor, come back, finish off the Hunter Squad. Cyril is looking great right now. He's got a ton of armor to work with if he fully armors up, and he's got quite a bit of health. 1 down penalty on the support. Like I said earlier, support's usually the one who goes out first. Monster nutritionist Nikki also knows which hunters to eat first, and support very, very tasty. The lack of shields will make it super easy to cascade the rest of the Hunter Squad. But they are on the chase right now, trying to poke away at him. He does have low armor. They're going to try to force him away or perhaps get him in another dome. That dome might be ready within the next 10 seconds or so. And they may be able to catch him again with a relatively low amount of armor, which would be pretty huge because they didn't get so much damage at safe zones.
Oh, aftershock. That's another strike for the support. Absolutely massive for Cyril. Monster player for Eyes on You. Looking to drop Fave out of the fight for good now. He does avoid that aftershock. Aftershock connects on the medic, though, it looks like. Medic gonna have to get healed up here. Support has to get healed up. Trapper is taking a little bit of damage also. And Cyril's just gonna back off casually, armor up, and come back in for yet another dangerous engagement on this Hunter team.
See, I don't like to say I called it, but yeah, I do. I called it. Support went down twice. If support goes down against a stage 3 Kraken with this much health, you better hope that Markov punished him enough in order to finish him off, because he does have quite a bit of health. They're going to have to tear through a lot of armor, and 2 down penalties on support. He's got 60% health. You start off with 1,600. Every down penalty you get, 20% health left. He's got 60% of 1,600, and I don't know how to math, but that's not a lot of health. And a solid Vortex Aftershock Heavy is going to take support out of the game. Then you can take Medic, who will have no shields, and just continue to drop the team from there. Where is this Hunter Squad going?
Interesting defensive position here. They want to set up on the low ground, I think, right down here, using these small little rock pillars for just minor bits of elevation and line of sight breaks. And who are they going to have? Let's see. Are they going to use Nymph, possibly, to lob some grenades to get him off the relay? I'm not sure what they're going to do to actually pull Cyril to them.
Yeah, this is an interesting spot. I've never actually considered using this spot right here. I usually fight up at the relay. They might need Markov to poke him off right here. Usually, because you're sometimes afraid of falling off of the relay spot down to this area. Usually what I tell my trapper to do is to dome so that the wall of the dome prevents you from falling down. And if you do fall down, then hope that there's not a lot of space for the monster to fit and you get a vertical god dome.
Look at that great spot from Roy there. All he could see was Cyril's tail poking out, but it's just enough to shoot Cyril off the relay. Cyril's not taking the bait, though. He's just casually throwing out those Banshee mines. And a Vortex now this time, and a long-range Lightning Strike. Roy's going to dodge all of them, it looks like. That Banshee mine's either bugged out or about to activate, one or the other. And Roy is still just firing away. Cyril doesn't care, though. He's just going to ignore it and continue to go on this relay. You know, the Hunter team might actually have to move.
Look how ridiculously far you could toss those Banshees. Is that over 100 meters? He tossed that Banshee, just went flying across the map with lightning.
And the lightning strike. Cyril drops the lightning strike and just goes back on the relay. He doesn't want to fight them down there, and he knows that he can continue dishing out damage to this relay. Just gets one hit in every time. That's all he needs, and eventually he's going to win. The Hunters have to come to him now.
Oh yeah, if he just continues to beat down this relay, only got 40 seconds of health on these things. They're really trying to poke him off, but if anything, he's going to go back and armor up before he flies over there, just because he's lost half armor already without even attacking the Hunters directly. So if he wants to continue fighting, he's going to have to go get some armor first.
Royan to win, a much better position now. Cyril can't do any damage at this point. They can continually shoot him off. And I think Cyril realizes it. Yeah, look at that. He's backing off. He's going to armor up, and now he does have to go to the Hunters. The Hunters have found a position where they can win over a relay fight, and Cyril has to come to them. He has no choice.
I wonder why they didn't use that spot in the first place. Maybe they just found it right now?
That's what I'm thinking, too.
But that's a very interesting setup they have going right there. I don't mind this top setup too much. You do have to worry about the bridge and the Megamouth under it as well, but as long as you eliminate that and make sure that no one falls out anywhere, you'll be looking all right. Cyril still trying to beat on that relay, poking those long-range lightnings. Looks like the Assault's just going to tank that one, knowing that Hank will shield him or Kyra will give him that healing grenade love that we all so enjoy. Love getting those healing grenades from Kyra. Love getting that Salvaron Regenerist Ray love from Val. I wonder, do the healing nades, are they made by Salvaron also? I guess they do keep the med beams in green, as Kyra says it.
And look at the survival odds, 51% to 49%. 50-50 now. It really could go either way, and Cyril does not want to engage for that reason.
Yeah, I would agree with these survival odds. I know they redid the algorithm so that they're more accurate, and by redid the algorithm, I mean hired smarter scientists to help us behind the scenes to calculate these survival odds live on the stream, accounting for everything in the situation. It is absolutely not a robot coming up with these numbers, and we actually have a team of scientists helping me and Dan commentate and give us these survival odds. Also helping me on my Monster Nutrition game. He really doesn't like this relay, dude.
No, he really doesn't.
This relay killed his parents or stepped on his puppy or something. And he really, really does not like this relay.
I've never seen a relay battle like this. I've been casting Evolve for 6 months now. I have never seen a relay fight like this. Usually one side takes the bait. Neither side wants to give up their position.
I bet you at this point he's wishing he was a behemoth. I've seen those behemoths in pubs drop the walls and just beat the relay right in front of me and pretend like he doesn't want to fight and we can't get around it. I hate that. The relay, the first time I won a game in Evolve, I was told when I beat the relay that it's just an objective there to force the fight. It's not actually how you're supposed to win the game. It's just there to force the fight and be a threat to the Hunters if you destroy it. But it looks like it's the main focus of what's happening here in the first round of Eyes on You versus TPA.
This is the most intense relay fight I've ever seen. Hunter team now finally saying, all right, we have to go on the monster. And this is actually bad because he's going to be able to dish out even more damage on the relay if he wants to, or just set up for a fight on the high ground here. Cyril is actually going to back off, get some armor now, so the Hunter team is actually forcing him out of position when they advance. This is going to let them set up into a better defensive position as Cyril armors up.
Now, if you didn't know, this actually wasn't in the patch notes. They did patch the spot on Armory where you could get on the pipes in the southernmost part of the map and shoot the assault rifle up towards the relay to defend it. And you're something like 200 meters away, where if you cloaked as the support when the monster got over there, and then the monster ran back to the relay to beat it, you could shoot him off and your cloak would be ready by the time you got back. So I have also been in a discussion where the developers said they don't want you shooting the relay anywhere from more than 60 minimum, because that was within smell range, maybe 100 meters out at the most. They don't want you shooting the relay from that far off because they want engagement to be forced. And it looks like that engagement is finally being forced, and they are relocating positions here.
Daisy moving in a little bit aggressively here. Daisy's going to get finished off, but of course that could start the dropship timer, if they don't bother to get Daisy back up, and that actually could be very, very advantageous for the Hunter team. The rest of the Hunter team on the low ground here with Twin up a little bit higher. Let's see how those Maggie traps are doing. Got a couple up here. I don't really see any down low. Cyril comes in with a lightning strike. The lightning strike completely whiffs, hits no one, and they're still whittling down that armor. He's keeping good distance from the trapper, though. Not going to get domed just yet. Twin holding off, staying up high, and Cyril's going to back off and get some more armor.
Hank is super squishy right now. Cyril could finish off Hank and send him back into dropship. Daisy hasn't bled out yet, so still got time. There we go. Dropship now on the 2-minute timer. If he drops Hank, Hank is going to get back into the action a little faster because he does have 2 down penalties. He won't go into an incapacitated state. He'll just straight up die. Go right back to the dropship, hang out with Cabot.
15 minutes into this game, 5 minutes on the total game timer, and Cyril has to win by that point, or else the Hunters win by default.
Oh yeah, for some reason the monsters honor the fact that the Hunters have left after 20 minutes and don't beat the relay after they leave. I don't know. Or maybe the colonists have evacuated by then and they don't care about the relay. Who knows? Trying to find an optimal position here.
Yeah. Thought he was actually going to circle around underneath the bridge and come up from down below, but it looks like he's going to come in from the high ground this time. Harpoon traps going off, locking him in place, still looking for a target to single out. There's the dome. Fave is out of the dome. Fave comes in the dome on the low ground. Oh, but he is cloaked, so Cyril doesn't even see it.
Oh, see, these are the kinds of domes that I try not to drop because 100 can get Vortex off like that, fall down right into the Kraken, and take a serious amount of damage. I like to try to drop the dome so you can't fall down.
Personal shield down. Lightning strike on Roy, on the Assault player. Roy taking some damage, gonna have to get healed up, and Assault has no personal shield for a while now. He's gonna have to rely on the shields from Fave, the support player, who's already very, very low on health with his 2 strikes.
Yeah, he's not looking good on armor right now, though. Cyril running out of armor very quickly. It's gonna shatter soon. Every Hunter is at full health. Daisy still warming up the dropship. Cabot giving Daisy a nice little snack. Nice little treat, giving her some motivation to get back into the fight, and Cyril is getting punished here. He needs to down the support, then down the medic, and then cascade the rest of the team. Maybe it's best that he doesn't kill anyone right now, though, because they just get right back into the fight with the dropship coming in so quickly.
Dome is down as his armor is destroyed. Cyril's just going to run. Are the Hunters going to pursue, or are they going to remain defensive? Looks like they're going to remain set up. They don't want to continue the chase. I know sometimes at stage 3, Hunters will actually pursue once they have a monster on the run. But I think they feel that Cyril has a little bit too much health at this point to continue an all-out assault.
Yeah, they do have Markov and Maggie also, so they have a bunch of traps up here on the platform. And considering that, they don't want to leave their traps in their super advantageous fighting area to get just a little bit of chip damage. So they'd rather hang out here where there is pain and sadness everywhere for this monster, slowing him down with the harpoons. Oh, Daisy in a cute little parachute. I want a cute little parachute, man. If I were a Hunter, I'd want one of those. I don't care if I got a jetpack. Daisy dropping into the fight. Anyway, mines and harpoons everywhere causes sadness for the monster, is what I am trying to say. All right, he is coming back in. Finally, Cyril assaulting the support very quickly. He is down low. I think he popped that cloak right there.
Yeah, support is going to get away from that cloak. But we've got another dome, and Cyril's armor at half already at the start of the dome. This is massive for the Hunter team of TPA. Looking to single out Nymph here. He does dodge the lightning strike. Shields come out just in case. Nymph still needs to get healed back up. Orbital coming down, trying to protect Fave. Fave has no cloak anymore after shock. Right in his face. Healing burst to try and keep him alive. One more hit's going to do it. Looks like this is it. He's out of jetpack. He's dead. He's in the dropship. And that's coming back 2 minutes from now.
Oh, Kyra. Aftershock does not connect with Kyra, though. Kyra is super low health right now. And there goes Kyra. Now the team has no sustain. It is up to Maggie and Markov to kill Cyril before he kills them.
This is looking good for Eyes on You's monster player, Cyril. Daisy is down and dead as well. Roy's personal shield out. There's the Aftershock on Roy. Only Twin is left. Cyril just has to drop in right now. Vortex knocks him back. Banshee Mines and the Sneak Pounce to finish. Eyes on You takes game number 1 over Team Potato Aim.
Well done right there, Cyril. He won exactly the way I said he'd win. Get down penalties on the support, eliminate support, then he eliminated medic, and then he dropped the other 2. That was game. Exactly how you win as the monster right there. That's exactly the order in which you want to eliminate the Hunters so that they lose their sustain and you can continue basically melting them before they melt you, because he did get fairly low on health right there, maybe 35% there at the end, but he managed to take them out before he dropped dead on the floor. And that is one win in favor of Eyes on You, taking home the W right now against Team Potato Aim. Neither of them have lost in the ESL majors yet. They have won all 4 of their series. If you're just joining us, these teams are flawless right now, currently in the ESL majors. We're both looking to secure the top speed in Group Charlie, and they are going to, one of them, come out with a flawless record, the other with a 4-1 and not taking the top seed for the playoffs.
All right, jumping in on the Hunters for Eyes on You right now. They're going to be playing the Monster player for TPA. Looks like AmyBot's not in the lobby yet, so we will wait to jump into the proper lobby in just a second. I think
Might be doing her makeup.
Some of the other Eyes members here. Let's see.
Gotta look pretty for the camera, you know. Gotta take an extra moment. I know, I definitely do. No, I don't. I woke up, fluffed my hair, put a tie on, got up on stream. I gotta.
Oh, yeah, you did put a tie on. I'm actually sporting an Evolve t-shirt today. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling the button-down shirt today.
No, I'm cheating a little bit. Look, I got the short sleeve button-down shirt going down right now.
And you've got a zip-up tie, don't you? Or a clip-on?
Oh yeah. Oh no, dude, come on.
Ah!
I got my game on. Clip-ons. No,
But
I got my zipper ties on point. Dude, these are awesome. They're super quick to readjust, right? Will fit super snug. The knot never ever comes undone. And made us some nice fabric. What are these? Cambridge Classic zip-up ties. Nice and silky smooth and really easy to secure around your neck or whatever else you want to secure your ties around.
Of course, it always looks like it's tied in a perfect double Windsor, too, which is almost impossible to do by hand.
I don't even know what
I gave up on that a long time ago. Google it. They're impossible to do.
I can tie that one where you go around and then up and then just the standard knot.
That's a single
that
Windsor.
Everyone learns. Yeah.
Do that twice to get the perfect shape on both sides, and you'd have a double Windsor.
I don't even know what that means, but apparently I'm wearing one right now, and I absolutely tied it myself.
Absolutely. You absolutely zipped it yourself.
Oh, yeah. I did not have my mom help me with this one. All right. We're going to hop into the next match right now. You know, I've always been thinking it would be kind of awesome to be a hunter in this game, and maybe I'd want to wear my tie if I were a hunter in this game. I don't know. I'd at least want to voice a hunter. What do you think, Dan? If you were to voice a hunter in Evolve, what kind of personality would you have on a scale of Torvald to Sunny? Would you be like, I hate everything, death, doom, and hot pockets? Or would you be like, hey, flowers and sunshine and everything, or somewhere in between?
Death, doom, and hot pockets. I gotta go with that. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah, you're just basically Torvald, except the gamer version. You know, that's what I feel like when I play Torvald. Death, doom, and hot pockets. Snack it up in between games. The substance of gamers. I don't know what I'd want if I were my own hunter in Evolve, but that would be kind of cool if I could voice a hunter.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun, actually. You know, who knows? I mean, you've got the perfect voice for it. Maybe maybe if they haven't done voiceovers for... Well, yeah, I'm assuming they haven't done anything on Tier 6 yet. So maybe there'll be an opportunity when, you know, they're ready to do voiceovers for Tier 6. I'm assuming they've already finalized their people for Tier 5.
Oh, probably, absolutely, yeah. And they know what the names are. If anyone sees Tara in the chat, she knows the release dates.
Tweet at Turtle Rock. Stealth Shampoo for a voiceover in Tier 6.
Hashtag Stealth Shampoo Tier 6.
Do it!
Watch. I have the most overpowered character in the game. 5 weapons. I have a heal burst and a personal shield. Let's go.
You have all 4 special abilities on the same character. It's a new class of Hunter who's all 4 classes at once.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Game number 2 here in this series of Eyes on You versus Team Potato Aim. These are going to be the Hunters of Eyes on You versus the Monster player for Team Potato Aim, Bugsy.
All right. I have not seen Bugsy play quite yet. Let's see what he's got. What monster he's rocking. We've seen all Kraken today. I wonder if anyone's pulling out Bob. Seen a lot of Bob in pubs. Bob's role is just painful, deadly, scary right now. And Goliath, I'm actually feeling not as good as he used to be. I could say with statistical confidence because of the fact that his Leap Smash got nerfed. The rocks actually have been changed a little bit. I like the stage 3 fast rocks, but putting 3 points in a rock at stage 2 is just, you want to spread those points out a bit more. I like those fast rocks, though. Rocks throw faster now at stage 3. Wraith also getting a lot of armor, but we are still seeing a Kraken-dominated meta, at least by these players, probably because they're all comfortable playing Kraken. I'm comfortable playing Kraken. You stick me on Kraken, I kind of know what I'm doing. All right, hopping in here. Eyes on you, sticking to their guns. And by their guns, I mean Slim, Combat Medic. The standard, Hank, Maggie, Markov. We're seeing a lot of Maggie also. What's up with the lack of Abe, the lack of Griffin? No Crow either. Oh, yeah, back in my day. Kyra, Hank, Maggie, Markov. Take care of all your monster problems. Let's go. Crow, though, I feel is a lot more viable of a pick, especially on PC, where it's much easier to aim with your guys' mouse and keyboard. But much more viable pick because you don't need Griffin's Dome Poon anymore. Which is probably why people aren't playing Griffin, but we're still not seeing too much Abe. And I like Abe for pulling the Kraken down. But not Crow either. It is impossible to throw the Dome, switch to the Stasis Gun, charge the Stasis Gun, and then hit the monster. Terribly, terribly difficult to do. But you don't need to do that anymore with 1-second domes. Hopping in here in the next match. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. The ESL Evolve Majors brought to you by Black Aegis. And we are playing Eyes on You versus Team Potato Aim right now. All right, let's get going.
Round number 2. Of course, thank you once again, Nikki, for coming on the show. If you guys haven't followed Stealth Shampoo on his channel already, make sure you do so, guys. It is twitch.tv Stealth Shampoo.
Oh, yeah.
I get that link in chat for you if one of the mods wants to link it. That would be awesome.
It is Saturday morning, and I do not watch Saturday morning cartoons anymore, so I can be here to cast Evolve, something a little more mature, Monster Carnage for you guys.
Do they still even have Saturday morning cartoons, or is it all just like educational stuff now?
Well, I actually know every television network, at least in the US, is required to play at least 3 hours of educational television a week. But I'm sure there still is like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or reruns of Pokemon going on. I mean, there's still little kids around. Just because we grew up doesn't mean they ran out of little kids. So I'm sure they got some sort of content for them. I mean, if your kid's mature, you know, I was playing Duke Nukem when I was 6 months old. I was pushing the space bar when my dad played. So, you know, get your 6-month-old to watch Evolve with you.
That is a great game for a 6-month-old. I cannot think of anything more age appropriate than Duke Nukem.
This is why I'm not a parent. Don't take any advice from Nikki, Monster Nutritionist.
Of course, we are playing Evolve right now. And speaking of Evolves, the Kraken has just evolved to Stage 2. He takes 3 in Aftershock, actually. So he's got 1 in Lightning, 1 in Banshee, 1 in Vortex, and that 3 in Aftershock. We actually haven't looked at perk picks yet, but he is taking CDR, huge for a Kraken player. I love seeing Krakens with CDR, and this is going to give him a lot of firepower in this dome. Killer's working down the last bit of his armor here. He does drop in for the Aftershock on Riku. Riku does take the damage from it. Killer's had his laser cutter out and was unable to shield in time.
Now, one other benefit to putting 3 points in Aftershock is I believe it reduces the cooldown of Aftershock by 1 second, nothing too much. But pair that with CDR, and you got Aftershocks for days coming in. So if you put 3 points into that, we're going to see a lot of pain coming in from those Aftershocks. 1 point into every other ability, just kind of for utility. 1 point in Banshees isn't a bad idea if Markov just so happens to not be shooting at you. He's not going to delete those, but best not to put all your eggs in one Banshee mine. And it looks like he might just be trying to mitigate in this dome. This is a great dome thrown right now, though. He's got no loops and only airspace for Markov to shoot at. He can't seem to break line of sight. That was a pretty decent dome right there. And it is off. 2 bars of health damage. Pretty all right on this Hunter squad. They are going to chip away a bit more on the chase. Maybe a 3rd bar.
Of course, I think they do need to do a lot more damage to him before he hits Stage 3. With CDR, he's going to be so powerful at Stage 3. So dangerous to have a monster who has a lot of health with CDR at Stage 3 because he can potentially go into a fight that other Krakens couldn't and just simply commit to it between the cooldown reduction and the amount of health that he has.
Oh, yeah. And of course, when you put 3 points into some abilities, it will reduce the cooldown, making CDR just that much more delicious. I'm debating on my monsters between damage and CDR. Those are my favorites for pretty much every monster except Behemoth. I like my traversal on there so I could bowling ball people all day. That is kind of hilarious to do. But CDR or damage on my Kraken Goliath or Wraith is really what I'm debating from. And monster captured, so let's see if
Another great dome from AmyBot here. Monster is in the dome. This is a decent spot to fight, too. Doesn't have a whole lot of line of sight breaks, it looks like. Lightning Strike does miss. Looks like he's trying to focus down Killers here. The Orbital comes in. That's going to chase him off. It does connect, though. Killers down to half. Healed up quickly by Riku. And this whole team is still firing away, but they need to work down that armor quickly if they want to do any significant damage to him. EAX down below half. Aftershock does connect also, and things might start falling apart very quickly for this Hunter team.
Yeah, this is a very, very tasty dome right here. They got a ton of line of sight, with the exception of the fact that Doom Beetle might come in and start messing things up. Oh, Hank took that hit right there, and he might go down. Yep, Hank is down and out of the fight. It is up to the Kraken to finish him off, or decide not to take that health damage because he is down to 3 bars of health. Markov could finish him off right here. The bug on Slim makes it so that he can't leave Hank alone. If Hank gets bugged, you can just get picked up immediately. Also, Daisy can go in for a sneaky revive. And if Slim keeps up those heal bursts, it will also sustain Hank while he's on the ground.
This is huge. Bugsy's committed right now. This is a massive amount of health damage to take for a single strike, and Killers is back up and back in the game. A massive, massive overcommitment by Bugsy, and Eyes on You turns that down around and practically finishes him off right there.
Although he got a down penalty on the support right there, that was an amazing dome for them. And with pretty much all your health lost for 1 down penalty on support, maybe not so good of a trade. In the previous match, Cyril was looking much better at this stage of the game than Bugsy is right now. It's not looking too hot for him. He's really going to have to hit stage 3 and tear through these Hunters if he wants to take a W here.
Yeah, this is going to be very, very difficult for Bugsy now. Ping's coming out under 60 meters away on the assault. Medic is closing in from the other side. Nice cut from AmyBot, just circling around. And Bugsy still isn't quite on the way to stage 3. If he can pull off one more juke, though, I think he'll be good.
Yeah, he is going to need to dodge the dome here, unfortunately. He does not dodge it. Dodging domes is super difficult. But I think he's got a little bit of a loop to work with right here if he wants to mitigate damage, which is probably what he's going to have to do, unless he can capitalize on the fact that Hank is hanging out near a Tyrant. Orbital does come in directly on his forehead. That was a great Orbital. Took out about 3 bars of armor right there.
Finishes off the Tyrant, too. The Tyrant is out of the fight. Hunter team does not have to worry about that. And Bugsy is rapidly losing armor.
Yeah, he is not looking too hot right now. Very, very quickly tearing through his armor. And if they tear through his armor, they can tear through the rest of his health. This could be a kill box.
Dropping it on Killers now.
Lightning does
Killers
connect.
so low.
Aftershock.
Another strike, but you know what? Now they're into real damage. Any second now.
Ooh, just trying to clear that mine right there so he can hop up and avoid damage if he needs to. At this point, with 2 down penalties on support, if he can get away, he can make a comeback. 2 down penalties on support.
Oh, right on the mine!
Oh, that was not good. That was painful. And the harpoon. Beautifully placed mine and harpoon combo right there. He's got to bail, but I don't think he'll be able to make it.
That's going to be it. That Maggie harpoon from AmyBot slowing him down just enough to allow the rest of the team to round the corner and finish him off. Eyes on You takes game number 2 over Team Potato Aim.
Team Potato Aim not looking good right now. 2-0. It's 4 matches, and they are currently 2-0. Not looking too hot for them. Both teams currently flawless in the ESL Majors. One team coming out flawless, the other with a tarnished 4-1 record. Great play right there by the Trapper. Tons of good domes. Great play by the support, dropping that orbital on the Tyrant. And Slim for sustaining the team. Markov getting rid of those Banshees. Some great mine and harpoon placements right there, too. That harpoon placement at the end may have made it so he didn't get away.
Yeah, I really think that that's what did it right there. It was a perfectly placed harpoon. Placed at some point, probably at the beginning of the dome, just in case he rounded that corner. And he caught it at the wrong time. The Hunter team wasn't able to see him, but that harpoon slowed him down enough for the Hunter team to round the corner and them all to finish him off on the chase.
Yeah, there's 2 different kinds of trappers. Some that anticipate the monster's movement, some that react to the monster's movement. Griffin's a great example of reaction. Maggie's a great example of anticipation. And the anticipation by AmyBot was excellent, dropping that harpoon right there at the end to catch him. Also, the harpoon into the mine was Very, very fatal right there. And Bugsy, unfortunately, was not able to take that one home. Thanks for joining in, ladies and gentlemen. It is currently 2-0 in the series. Eyes on you versus TPA.
All right, and it looks like we do have an update from another game being played at the same time. Ninja Penguins versus Team Sith. Ninja Penguins wins 4-0 over Team Sith, which should pretty much secure their spot. Yeah, actually that does, because it was, in fact, another two-way tie for first place in Group A. Hold on one second. Oh, I have to actually go back. I messed it up this time. There we go. And we can see here, two-way tie for Ninja Penguins and Team Sith. Ninja Penguins does take that win as well. That gives them 5-0 for their group stage. Group A's ranking. Team Sith with 4-1. They will be second seed in their group. I'm not sure if ESL is going to do individual seeds per group, so that we would have 4 first-place seeds basically going into the playoffs. Or if what they're going to do is they're going to sort it by points and then figure out ties based on score differential. They may do it that way, and then we actually will have a real first, second, third, fourth place seed, etc. We'll have to wait and see. Those playoffs, by the way, folks, were delayed. They will not be this Saturday. They've been delayed until, or they will not be tomorrow. They will not be on Sunday. They have been delayed until next Saturday, so we will have the Sunday Cup coming for you tomorrow.
All right, so Sunday Cup Sunday, obviously, and the playoffs delayed until Saturday. So how many teams are we seeing in the semifinals? 8? Top 2 of each group?
The semifinals will be 4 teams, actually. And then 2 teams in the finals.
Yeah, that makes sense if you know how math works. I haven't taken a math class since my first semester of college. Derp. So, yeah, 4 teams, 1 from each group. And the finals in Poland. That'll be fun. I have never had any Polish food or met any Polish women, but I'm sure it will be excellent for those teams going over there.
All right, just waiting on one more player to jump in from TPA. Who are we missing? We are missing Nimp from TPA. Just waiting for him to join, and then we will have Game 3 underway for you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And once again, thank you so much for all the follows and all the support so far. We are definitely going to have that emote uploaded today after the stream, so we will have our 4th emote, the Aegis GG emote, hopefully in time for the Sunday Cup tomorrow.
GG. Oh, yeah. I'm expecting to see a lot of those during the Sunday Cup. All right. I think the next map is going to be Orbital Drill, and we're going to get Cyril back all up in here.
We will have Cyril again. The Beat the Pro monster player, the undefeated Beat the Pro.
All of the monsters at Beat the Pro were undefeated. They
were.
they just had their way with those contestants who decided to hop in and earn themselves some cash. No one got themselves some cash. Pro monsters are terrifying. I've gone against pro monsters with some of my team, and you know, it's still a toss-up. Not to mention, you know, if you're just some random team assembled, these guys know what they're doing. They've put quite a bit of time in Evolve, so it's no wonder they're holding their own around here. How many monster wins? We've seen 1 monster win and 1 hunter win so far, both on Eyes on You in the current series. Let's see if Team Potato Aim can take a game back. They are going to want to take that W for their chance to play in the playoffs and then the finals in Poland, where you can have delicious Poland food. I can't name any food from Poland because I'm cultured.
Yeah, I don't think I could name anything either. Of course, my pronunciation would be so bad, I'm not sure I want to try. Before we jump into the next game, let's quickly take a look at what else we have left to see here. Looks like KPV.NDG will be playing Penta in their final series. Provided, well, actually, there's no possible way now that NDG cannot be first place seed in Group B. So we know that they're going to be the top team in their group. We know that Ninja Penguins is the top team in their group with Team Sith in second.
Expected both
Group
of those.
C right here, Eyes on You versus TPA. That's what we're watching right now. And
That's anyone's
both
game.
teams, of course, duking it out for that first place seed in that group. And then Group D, we still have a number of games that have yet to be played. Looks like Hype and Epex both tied for first currently, but they each have 2 series left. I know there are some holdups in some of their games, so we'll have to see how everything plays out there. We will have updates for you on those as they play out, and there may even be some games to cast tomorrow, either before or after the Sunday Cup. and on Wednesday of this coming week as well to finish off the playoff group stages.
Oh yeah, and lucky for you guys, I have nothing better to do on those days. Hopping in here on Orbital Drill. Cyril, back in on the monster. If he wins this, Eyes on You takes it. Is that correct?
Yes.
3 out of 5, yeah.
Yep, they will be guaranteed their finish, but of course they will still play the fourth game for points because they want to have the maximum score differential possible, which I'm assuming is going to be used to determine tiebreakers.
Yep, and we're hopping in here. On the next match, ladies and gentlemen. Real quick though, Ninja Penguins, rocking Group A. Who's on the super long acronym team in Group B on that division of the team?
KPV.NDG.
Yeah, who's on that one?
That is Liquid Duty, Caudal, Red Panda, and Dummy.
Oh, my man, Liquid Duty, dropping me that host yesterday after his stream. I like that, bro. He's cool. And then here in Group C, we have Eyes on You versus TPA. And Group D, we have yet to see what's happening there because of some delays. But right here, we're in Group Charlie, hopping in on the next match. It is 2-0 in favor of Eyes on You. Let's see who we got. By the way, my phone continuously vibrates on my desk, which means you guys are showing me that Twitter love. Thank you guys for dropping the follows on Twitter and retweeting the tweets talking about the stream, getting everyone in here to support Competitive Evolve. Thank you guys very much. I very much appreciate that. Thanks for coming out and keeping the scene lively. Otherwise, I'd be talking to a wall. That would be sad.
All right, here we go. Game number 3 underway. Cyril playing once again against the Hunters of TPA. Of course, we saw an amazing Stage 3 back and forth relay fight for, I don't know what that was, 8-9 minutes at least. In the last game he played against TPA's Hunters. We'll have to see what happens this time.
Yep, and it looks like he is quickly grabbing some armor right here. Hunter's got boots on the ground right now. 42 seconds into the game. Does have full armor. Now, Orbital Drill is a very open and interesting map. There's a lot of different corners of the map where you can go stage. You got that bottom, I believe that's west corner with the caves, and the north.
Cyril's heading right back towards the Hunter team there.
Yeah, that's not where you want to go. That's not one of the areas to evolve that I was going to suggest is by the Hunter team. That's usually the area that you want to avoid evolving. But it looks like he doubled back towards them for just a moment right there and decided he made a grave life error and came over in the other direction. Just needs 5 more meets right here to get that stage. There he goes, picking up 2 of them. Could just use a couple more. There's 3. He only needed 4 out of 5, hard to determine on that energy bar, and he's good to stage. Took a great feeding route here. This is one that I like to take over here on the east. A couple mammoth birds, reavers. He did activate some trap jaws right there. Get some delicious meats. And he is actually engaging on the Hunter squad. He doesn't want to lose too much armor before they finally drop the dome, though. Looks like Trapper is out of position, though. What do we got here on the perks?
We've got Cycle, actually. Quick switch on Roy, on the Assault player. Reload on Medic and on Support. And we've got movement speed on the Trapper. A little bit different choices here. And, of course, we've got damage on Cyril, as usual.
Oh, yeah. Interesting to see, though. These are very obvious perk picks. Trapper, I'd rather take Reload, but movement speed is not a bad choice either, just depending on the map. Reload on Hank, I think, is as viable as Capacity. Even though you have a little less shield for the rest of your team, your orbitals come back faster, you can hide much better with your cloak. Reload can keep you alive better, which in turn may keep your team alive, even though you have less shields. Reload on Kyra is just a duh. But Quick Switch on Markov is really the only one that I don't really see why. Switching to mines and putting them down faster is not a bad plan, but movement speed and capacity are the 2, I think, to be taken on Markov. It's not super urgent to get mines in the ground.
I debate the quick switch also, and of course what you were saying about the reload on Hank. I was actually talking to I believe it was Nightwind who said this. He basically said when talking about perks on Hank, you take reload if you're afraid of if you're afraid that you're going to have trouble keeping yourself alive, and you take capacity if you're afraid that you're going to have trouble keeping your teammates alive.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, capacity used to be the end-all be-all. Like, take capacity on Hank's 50% more shield, plus the 10% on your mastery. But with capacity taken down a notch to 40% rather than 50%, Reload's just a bit more viable relative to capacity. It looks like we may see a dome here, but he may cause a loop if you get too close to this wall, too close into the caves. Let's see. Dome is coming down. Monster is out. Doesn't matter if it's a loop. No monster. No dome. And that is one Banshee. 2 Aftershock, 3 Vortex. Very typical Cyril set right here. I like it. I think I like it. Spreading his abilities out into 3 different abilities rather than 4. Sometimes I like to take 4. In fact, 2 Lightning, 1 Aftershock, 1 Banshee, 2 Vortex, so I like to take. But I can see how you could work 3 abilities as well. 2 abilities is just what you don't want to use, though, because of the fact that you just really lower your DPS by a significant amount by not taking other abilities. You know, you put extra points to your ability, that does help with utility and using that ability, but you don't get that much more damage. It's 10% more when you put 3 points into it. Generally, roughly. Popping in over here on the feet, they're gonna have to fight a full health, full armor Cyril in a moment. I don't think that's such a good plan.
Yeah, this is definitely a risky proposition for the Hunter team. TPA's to win, closing it now. Trapper, he does not have the dome ready. Looks like he's not even thinking about it. Doesn't matter. Cyril's just going to back off, head the other way, back over the birds he just scared. And this Hunter team is going to have to regroup and split again if they want to get a dome on Cyril. I think at this point their best bet is actually to wait until stage 3 and get a no armor evolve dome.
Yeah, I'm not certain what they should do at this point. Of course, you can fight at stage 2, full armor, full health, but he's got less strong abilities, or fight at stage 3 when he has no armor. The point is, a dome has to drop at some point before he's full health, full armor, stage 3. You gotta choose one of those 2 times to drop a dome, and you don't want it to be at full health, full armor, stage 3. Even though this relay is, I feel like, not too terrible of a place to fight as the Hunters. You can fight up in the northern factory, which is where I personally like to set up. But there's also these pipes. If you spawn in and turn around and look at the relay, the pipe's on the left. That's a very interesting place to hang out. You got a couple rocks to juke around, and Hank can hang out and shield you from up above. Those are generally the 2 areas that we see Hunters defend on this relay. No one defends in the relay. That's just a death sentence. Those are generally the 2 places where you decide to fight. And at this point, Cyril is ready to evolve to stage 3. They need a dome, either now at stage 2 to chip, or later at stage 3 when he has no armor. One of those 2, they gotta make that decision. The team's gotta talk that out, and in order to swing it back in their favor, they need to not let him get full health, full armor stage 3. That's just all bad. That's pain and sadness right there.
Yeah, and at this point, though, they're actually headed in completely the wrong direction. It looks like he's managed to completely juke them. They're kind of just following the trail right now. Just following the trail that Cyril's leading behind. And he's just putting too much distance. They actually cannot keep up.
Yep, and as you can see, using
He's
their
just going in circles.
right there.
Playing a ring around the rosy with this Hunter team, actually. Actually, who's chasing who now? It looks like Cyril's half caught up. He might have actually been chasing Daisy for a minute there.
Yeah, I think he's getting out, though. He's realized that they are not cutting him off. And he said, all right, well, fine. If you guys don't want to try to cut me off, I'm just going to leave and hit stage 3. He has got a good amount of distance on right now. Not using those short hops, though. I've seen all Krakens today. I have not seen a single Kraken use the stealth short hop. I'm not sure why. Maybe they're not thinking about it. Maybe something changed with it. I'm not sure. But the stage is coming out. Oh, we might see a dome here, actually. The Trapper did take movement speed.
Got the dome out. Yep. Got to throw it now, though. Little bit too late, I think. And he is just barely out. Threw it at 52 meters. It definitely has to be at least 50 meters, if not 45. Yeah. There was actually a chance when to win could have thrown it. He actually closed, I think it was to about 43. And he could have thrown it any time in that range. But he just waited a split second too long.
That is terrible. This is the worst possible situation to be in. No, I guess it could be worse. They could have down penalties, but he has full health, full armor. Ooh, that is just not good. When you take movement speed, you get less domes, but you get better domes because you took movement speed, because you can close in on the monster faster.
Of course, Maggie Markov, Hank Kyra, the original God Comp, an amazing team at defending relays, and that's exactly what they're going to have to do. Full armor, full health, stage 3 Kraken. They need to defend this relay, and they need to defend it for a long time. This is probably going to be multiple engagements if they do wind up taking a win off of Cyril.
Yeah, they are going to have to do a lot of damage to him right here, though, because they didn't land a single dome in the early or mid game. Luckily, they have no down penalties, so it is still doable. I would say these survival odds are about correct, if not 70-30 in favor of the monster. He's looking great right now. If you're a monster player, this is a situation you want to be in. If not, a down penalty on the supporter too. All right, it looks like they have opted to choose the pipes as their relay strategy. Markov's got a good vantage point up here, as well as Hank and Shield from up top.
Roy going in now. Roy almost got knocked off the edge there. They do throw the dome. 5 bars of armor when they throw it. Cyril drops in with the aftershock. It does connect on Nimp. Yeah, that was a little bit early. They probably should have waited to do another bar or 2 of damage. But Nimp may go down here. That's their medic. He does dodge the lightning strike. Shield's still keeping him up. That'll block the aftershock. But Nimp still hasn't managed to get any healing grenades on the ground while kiting that entire time and got no health back as a result.
I'm not sure why Kyra didn't try to heal herself at all right there. I'm sure Moisers is in the chat crying. But no heal nades. Hank is able to keep you alive with the shield. It's up to you to restore your health.
There's the aftershock. That's going to pop both of the mines. Nimp goes down. Orbital on the body of Nimp, actually preventing the Hunter team. This is going to be it right here. Cyril's going to commit. He's going to finish the team. Daisy is down. Kyra is dead. Who's he looking to get next? I think he's just going to take Assault, drop the damage. Assault pops the personal shield. Support's shields can't last that much longer. Vortex gonna drop Roy. Actually, support's dead. What am I saying? Roy at half health. Here's another aftershock. 1 or 2 more hits, and it's down to just Cyril and the Trapper.
That just went terribly. They did terrible in the early game, in the mid game, and then dropped the dome. Medic was dead. Medic wasn't healing herself. Just that was painful. That was painful. They did not look like a trained hunter squad right there. Cyril just making them absolutely monster meat right there. Very, very quickly also, with minimal health loss. Only 5,293 damage done right there. He dished out 26,000 damage pretty much in one dome. Just absolutely tore them apart. And that is going to make it 3-0 in favor of Eyes on You, which means Team Potato Aim is now 4-1. Their perfect record is now gone. Eyes on You dominating the Group C.
They will be 4-1, of course. TPA still has a chance to get one more win in this series with Bugsy, their monster player. We're going to hop over to his game right now. And, of course, if they do get a win, while it won't provide them a full match win, it will provide them with an additional point for any sort of tiebreakers, I'm assuming. Or we can say, at least for now, it'll give them a better score differential.
Are we playing last or not?
So they are still playing for some marbles. Most of the marbles are gone, but you got a couple marbles left.
Well, we'll have
if
to
you
see.
want. Who plays with marble? Wait, hold on. We have video games.
They are discussing it right now. You know, they...
Okay, let's go. Let's go
may
for
just
Black
forfeit.
Vegas. Let's
No,
go.
they're going. All right.
Forfeit.
I know some teams have done that before. You know, once they lose 3-0, they just don't want to play the last game. And I know some series have resulted in a 4-0 win, which is acceptable. You know, the team knows that there's no chance of them winning the series, so they just don't think it matters that much. I can see that.
Go down swinging, man. That's what
I agree.
What I say. I mean, at this point, yeah, they do feel a bit demoralized, I'm sure, losing 3-0. But they came in feeling good with a 4-0 in their group. Unfortunately, they just weren't able to hold it together against Eyes on You. So they're playing for a point, playing for perhaps a little bit better seeding or coming out on top in a tiebreaker by taking one game off of Eyes on You. But one thing's for certain, Eyes on You is going to the semifinals. Alongside Ninja Penguins, we can say that those two teams are going to be going. As for Group D, not certain. Not certain who's coming out of that one.
I mean, we still don't know. We've got the playoffs, and all of these teams will be going into the playoffs starting in the round of 16. Any team in the round of 16 could potentially be upset and kicked out of the series. It's only the teams that make it into the semifinals in the playoffs that will be going to Poland to play in front of the live audience at the ESL Katowice studios.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I am wrong about how semifinals and finals work because of my lack of mathematics skills. But what I meant to say is they have really good seating. Both Ninja Penguins and Eyes on You are guaranteed some super awesome seating. All right, we're going to be hopping on.
We do have, there definitely will be some games tomorrow. Still waiting for confirmation on time for all of the games, but hopefully we can have an update on the timing of the additional majors games coming to you before we end the cast today. And once again, the Sunday Cup should still be on as usual. If by some chance teams just don't show up because of the majors, then we'll have a ton of majors games to cast.
Oh yeah, something's happening on Sunday, and then Saturday are playoffs. I forgot there are playoffs before the semis. That makes a lot of sense.
In fact, while we're waiting here, they backed out again. Well, while we're waiting here, we can actually look at how many teams are registered. All right, yeah, we've got the same 2 teams as usual registered for the Sunday Cup, I think. It's going to be Epex and Ninja Penguins. Of course, both teams always pre-registering in advance every single Sunday Cup.
Oh yeah, it's good to see some name brands around there, but I do want to see some teams come out of nowhere and start sweeping the Sunday Cups. You know, make a couple upsets. That's always interesting to cast as well.
All right, just waiting for the teams to start. Not sure what the holdup is. Maybe they're just discussing picks.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm sure if they don't care about the games all that much, they're probably going to be looking to do something crazy. They're going to make some wild picks. I don't know. Maybe we'll see a Behemoth
Bucket
Laz
Val.
bucket game. Bucket Val.
Bucket Val Crow.
I would actually like to see a Val right now.
Oh, but I don't know about Bucket Val Crow. That just means you lost the game because Val needs someone with shields. But we'll see. We'll see what they decide to take right here. If they want to just kind of do a show match or if they want to do something super mega try hard with the Kyra Hank. Nothing wrong with being a try hard. I would consider myself one, of course. So how many teams total going to Poland?
We will have 4 teams total because
4.
it's the semifinals. So there's 4
And-
teams.
Yeah. This makes a lot of sense.
Math is
So
hard.
semifinals in Poland, and then the playoffs start off with the round of 16. Then we get the round of 8, and then Poland, and then semis, and then finals. I finally got it. Don't worry, I've only casted like 4 ESL majors before I figured this out because I'm truly a professional. And when are the round of 16 and round of 8? When are those being played? All on the same day?
No. We still don't have a full schedule from the ESL, so we don't know just yet.
All right, but we
I'm
do know it's
assuming the
starting
round
Saturday.
of 16 will be broken up into multiple days, though, because that'll be too many games to fully cast. They may do the entire round of 8 in one day, though. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, that's true. So what we can say for sure is that we will be here this Saturday, not today, but a week from now with majors, and then go for Evolve Sunday, and then something else the Sunday after that. And then what's happening Wednesday? Group D?
Good question. Wednesday, we'll have to see what games are scheduled for Wednesday. We will have at least NDG versus Penta. That'll be an amazing match to watch. And maybe some other games, too, if anything else gets rescheduled for Wednesday.
All right, I finally got it all wrapped up. No one has sat down and explained it to me. I just kind of looked at a bunch of charts and pretended like I knew what I was talking about. That's all casting is pretending like you know what you're I've never actually played Evolve. I was actually hanging outside of Dan's house one day. He's like, yo, man, you want to cast? He's like, sure, man. And I actually have no idea what I'm doing. But what I do know is this monster's
Wait a minute. You never played Evolve, so you photoshopped that entire video where you blindfolded yourself and fought Goliath as Jack?
No, that actually happened. I actually did beat someone who had Elite Goliath while blindfolded with Jack. The key, the key is to tell your team when you're walking directly into a wall. I think is the main thing. I didn't know that at first, but at some point someone on my team said, Mickey, you've been shooting at a wall for the past minute. Are you okay? And I told them I was blindfolded, and they kind of got it from there. The repulsor beam, not too hard to use blindfolded. You just kind of gotta sound whore the monster, and then when the beam is green, it has a different kind of sound. You just hold it there.
Use your ears like a
Yeah,
true
go.
Zen master. Amybot also throwing that dome like a master. Bugsy in the dome, already working down his armor. He's down to just about half. And they may actually be able to dish out some significant damage here. It doesn't look like he has a whole lot of line of sight breaks, a few pillars he can duck behind, but they should be able to easily flush him out of these.
It looks like they just absolutely tore him apart right there. He lost half of his armor, and I blinked 3 times.
They're chasing around the pillars. Oh no, they are standing on top of them now. That's where you want to be if you want to continue to dish out damage to a monster in a dome like this. Oh, there's a few landmines. He lands in between them.
No.
He's got to wait to get that traversal back before he can jump in the air. That's absolutely huge. Vortex knocks Killers and Riku off that platform, but they have finally whittled down the armor. They are into real damage now, and they're probably going to take off close to a bar of health before this dome drops.
Yep, they are going to start chipping away at him. Much better forward progress.
Oh,
than the
there's
previous
another
game.
landmine.
Oh.
He's got to be careful. Vortex gonna pop it and knock the assault off. Riku coming in hot, dishing out a little bit of medic damage there, and Bugsy is on the run once again.
Oh, yeah, that was a pretty good dome for the Hunters right there. Came out on top. Could have got a bit more health damage, but they did manage to chip away 2 bars right there. And it looks like Bugsy is going to get away. That pounce right there, though, he almost stepped on that mine. That was super close. When you actually pounce a hunter, you pull them towards you as much as you jump forward, give or take. And if he would have jumped all the way forward, would have ate that mine right there. That would have been a great amount of damage. 550 to be exact. And the evolve is out. That is not such a good place to evolve. We might see some Markov, not super soldier face stuff coming in right now. At least you start. Mammoth bird!
Oh,
Where?
gotta watch out for those mammoth birds, Bugsy. Bugsy actually taking a bunch of damage on the run here. They're gonna get him down. About 2 bars of permanent health done by the time he finishes running away and armoring up. I don't think they'll do much more than that, though.
Amybot might get a dome, though, is the thing. That would be fatal because he already lost 2 bars of health. He's got very low armor. Yep, looks like this is a beautiful
trying to
cut
cut
right
now.
here.
Yeah, she does throw the dome.
That no, I
He's
was gonna say that would
completely out of that dome, though.
That would have been a beautiful blind dome. She absolutely threw that blind right there, and was just kind of counting on the fact that she hopefully moved fast enough for it. But that's all right. I think she's running reload. Is that correct? The last Trapper was running movement speed. Oh no, she's running movement speed on this. Wow, Trapper's running movement speed on this map. That's interesting.
Yeah, interesting choices here. Of course, reload on Riku, on Slim, of course. That's normal. Capacity on Hank. And then we've got movement speed on both Assault and on the Trapper.
What do we got on Bugsy?
Oh, Killer's here. What was he stuck by? I don't think that was a plant. That was maybe a... What was that?
I have no clue.
Venom
There's
Hound?
no Venom
No,
Hounds
there
over
is
there
none.
as far as
Yeah.
I know. Well, anyway, we're hopping in here on the chase. They are starting to pick away at Bugsy's army. He does have full armor, so he's okay in the next engagement if he gets a down penalty and if he doesn't take too much health damage. He'll be all right. Trying to back off here. Eating up. Wants to get enough energy to hit stage 3, at least by the time he's domed. If not, at least have 2 away to stage 3, because when you down a hunter, you do get 2 bars of energy. Not when you kill a hunter, when you down a hunter.
Oh, Amybot on a collision course with Bugsy. Throws this dome. This one is definitely in. Amybot's going to be all alone for a little bit, though, before the rest of the team can come in. Banshee Mines coming in. Sneak attack on Amybot. She is pushed to the side, but the shields from Killers at the perfect time. There's the orbital
Nice
in the
one.
Aftershock. The Aftershock does connect. Riku, though, quickly able to start to heal people up. And Bugsy might not be in such a good situation in this dome.
Yeah, that dome was almost too good of a cut. Luckily, support was very close behind Amybot right there. Want to keep your support close to your Trapper. Dropping in with the Aftershocks. Gotta keep Hank up. Amybot is nice and healed up. Slim's got great AoE healing. Unfortunately, no dodge there by the Hank player, and he does go down. Bugsy not coming out of this dome empty-handed. Daisy can go for the sneaky res. Slim can also throw a bug, but right now Slim is focused on getting those heal bursts out to sustain Hank so he doesn't get sent back to the dropship. But Hank may actually drop out of the fight. Aftershock is going to come in, and that's going to kill Hank.
Daisy, too.
Daisy is also down, poor girl. And at this point, I'm not sure. Well, they do have full health, but it is risky to continue fighting without a support player.
Although 4 bars of health on Bugsy. At this point, I almost think Bugsy should just back off and quickly go back in. He's at a huge advantage right now if he can armor up.
Yeah,
EAX,
at this
though.
point, I wouldn't continue to dome. You can chase to poke at him a little bit, but with no Hank in play, you're going to need to keep Slim up. If the medic dies, you all die. Slim's got to keep himself alive with no support player. Just wait for Hank to get boots on the ground, because I don't want to tear through a Kraken's tons of armor at stage 2 with no support to give out that laser, that orbital, or those shields on the team. If I'm Bugsy, though, I'm going to get armored up and go try to pick off the medic without a support, because this is when the medic is most vulnerable, when there is no support alive to cloak him, or when there's no support alive to shield them. Nice and fed up, ready to hit stage 3, but it looks like Bugsy's going to force the engagement and try to take Riku out. Send him back to the dropship. Probably won't be able to take out the full team, seeing as they will drop in 50 seconds. One of them needs to be alive from the redeploy, and one of them is most definitely going to be alive
If
by
he
the
can take
time.
out Riku, though, that would be absolutely huge. Dropping out the Aftershock and the Sneak Pounce on Amybot. Amybot's quickly going to be down. I think 1 or 2 more hits is going to do it. Riku is not there in time. There's a Banshee Mine pushing him back. Heal Burst from Riku, keeping Amy alive. Aftershock does drop the Trapper, and Bugsy is now going to focus down the Medic.
Ooh, Daisy might take the res on Amybot, but that might not be such a good idea. She might just want to go back to the dropship rather than taking 2 down penalties, or even worse, missing the dropship in total. Riku is down as well. It is up to Markov to keep the team alive for another 30 seconds. 13, excuse me. Amybot is back up, though. Daisy is all right. Slim is all right. It looks like the whole team is up with the exception of Hank. Amybot
Wow!
there's that
Great
double down
Aftershock there. Triple hit. EAX, Daisy, and Trapper all hit. Trapper
Oh,
goes
no!
down.
Amybot forgot to hit circle, but that's okay. We're playing on PC, and Daisy does pick her up, and the dome does go down. That was a good choice right there. I thought
Medic
she forgot
down,
to go
though.
dropship.
Oh, this is massive. Medic down.
This
Daisy
could go
down.
anyway.
This is a
Someone-
terrible situation to be in. Amybot with 2 strikes, down at half health. EAX actually ducking out, trying to get up the Medic. I think he's going to do it. Medic is back in the fight. Lightning Strike on EAX. He dodges the Lightning Strike, continuing to dish out damage to Bugsy. He doesn't have a personal shield.
Everyone is really whittled down. I think Hank's got boots on the ground right about now. Everyone is super low health, but they can't force an engagement anymore without Maggie on the ground. Daisy is also down right now. 2 down penalties on Trapper, 1 on Daisy, 1 on Hank, 2 on Slim. It's not looking too hot. Assault, only 1 coming out of that fight unscratched.
And Bugsy takes a stage 3, and the dropship timer is only now just starting.
Oh man, I'm not sure what you do at this point. Dropship timer with no Trapper. Get set up and start tearing through them.
2
If he
in
comes
Lightning,
back.
3 in Vortex
Back to
again.
2 Lightning, 3 Vortex. What were the other sets? 1 Banshee, 3 Aftershock?
1 Banshee and 3 Aftershock, yep.
Not a bad set. I like it. I like what he's doing right here. Not putting too many points into Banshees because Markov can take those off the field very quickly. Aftershocks has a huge radius. They buffed the radius of Aftershock at all stages, but they did reduce the damage. So Aftershock is incredibly difficult to dodge now when you put 3 points in it. It looks like, oh, will he go for the relay or is he going to go for the picks?
He's actually going right for the Hunter team. He doesn't care. Only their Trapper is dead, and he's still going in for a fight. He misses the Lightning Strike. They were so far off, I'm not sure they could have pulled him off the relay. Vortex dodged by Killers. Nice dodge right there. Killers firing away with that laser cutter. Bugsy now going in for the engage, dropping in with the Aftershock. Pops a bunch of those landmines. And Riku and Killers firing away. EAX on that lightning gun, just destroying his armor right now. 45 seconds on the dropship timer. These Hunters still have to wait a while before the Trapper's back in the fight.
Oh, that hurt. Oh, that Aftershock hit all 3 of them. That is not good. Don't group up like that against the Kraken was massive AoE abilities. Lightning did not connect on anyone, though.
Riku might go
Really
down here.
tough to
Shields
Slim.
from Killers, keeping the Medic alive.
If anyone wants to die, do it now. Don't die after the dropship. Riku, very, very low. No shields on Hank. Oh, did manage to dodge that one. That is huge right there.
This Aftershock is going to connect. 1 or 2 more hits are going to do it. Shields coming out from Killers at the last second, allowing Riku a little bit more time to stay alive. There's the healing burst, procking like crazy. We can see the spore grenades coming off in between reloads. 1 more hit, though, is going to finish. Great timing on the shields right there. Not sure it was needed because he was so far away.
No, see, he's not making it to the dropship. Oh, he did make it to the dropship. What in the world? He killed him. That must have
Absolutely
0.1
insane
seconds.
timing.
Wow, that was beautiful timing. I would have let the medic die right there, so he would have gone back to the dropship. He's going to die inevitably. But it looks like Markov really needs to punish right now. No dome is ready right now. The Kraken either needs to finish off Markov and bail out, or just bail out right now. He's really focused on taking Markov out. Really, really getting punished. This is such an insanely close match right here. Monster is out. Amybot unfortunately just did not hit the floor fast enough.
Amybot throwing that dome a little bit too hastily. Of course, it doesn't really matter because by the time Bugsy comes back in for another engagement, that dome is basically going to be off cooldown again.
We're looking at a similar situation that they had to what they had earlier. No Hank on the field. No Hank, 2 down penalties on Slim, 2 down penalties on Maggie. It's going to be extremely difficult for Maggie to keep herself alive with only Riku's AoE healing, which is good when the damage is spread out, but no shields to get rid of that direct damage if someone's getting focused too hard. That's not looking good. Hopefully that dropship comes in fast. This is an extremely close match, though. I would say these survival odds are about correct. I would say 50-50 right now. Bugsy does have a ton of armor to
Definitely
work with.
Sneak pounce on the AX there. Spore Cloud coming off, gonna allow AX to drop down. Drops in for the aftershock. Oh, it connects on Riku. That's absolutely huge. Riku's got to break LOS now.
Yeah, he also needs to shoot the monster, though, to be able to heal himself. If he's starved slim, he can't heal himself. And he really needs to. Riku is out of the game. It is up to Markov and Maggie to punish the monster and kill it before they die.
It
It's
right
about
here.
attrition at this point. It's Markov versus the Kraken. This is it. It's whoever kills who first. And it can go down to the wire. Aftershock's about to come in. I don't know where that personal shield's at, but he's not dropping it. Eyes on you. Taking the first loss they've taken in this series, making it 3-1 in favor of Eyes on You, but Team Potato Wave not going out without a fight.
Yeah, that was a great last game. I'm glad the teams
Yeah.
did decide to play it out, and fortunately for TPA, they didn't just forfeit and give Eyes on You a 4-0 victory, because that gives them at least one additional point in the score differential.
No, it's like I said earlier, you put up a fight, you fight till the end, you don't give up. I don't care if you have 2 down penalties on every hunter against a stage 3 full armor, full health monster. You give up when you're dead, when the whole team is dead. And everyone holding on by a wire right there. One dome could have done it. One dome could have done it. A couple more headshots could have done it. That was such a close match.
Yeah, that was about as close as they come. I don't think we have any other series going on right now. Let me actually just check real quick and see if anything else is being played. I believe everything else was already delayed until tomorrow or Wednesday.
Yeah, so tomorrow we either will be casting Go for Evolve or the ESL Majors. One of those two is happening, and Saturday we have some more ESL Majors along with Wednesday. On Wednesday, we also have some stuff coming to you guys. So a lot of casting coming up Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more Evolve to come. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. It looks like we do not have any more games lined up for the rest of the day, but we did get some amazing, amazing series in. I'm glad we got to showcase those games for you. It's been a while since we've had like an extended series with Eyes on You. There were times where we used to follow them all throughout Sunday Cups, but that just hasn't happened in a while now. Just the circumstances have been off. So it was really cool to be able to showcase Eyes on You once again and show some amazing games from their perspective and some great opposition, too, coming from TPA and EvolveHype Xbox One. We will have more games for you tomorrow, as Nikki was just saying. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to cut to the closeout screen. Then we're going to come right back with a raid and a host and a final closeout. No commercials, I don't think. This has been a short stream again. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back. All right, now we got to find out who to host.
Okay, so I have a secret.
What's your secret? You can
No
type
one
to
was-
me. on
No one
Steam.
was sending me knock-knock jokes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you were the only one who dropped me a knock-knock joke. I made that up.
Wow. Don't I feel like an idiot now? I thought other people were sending you equally dumb
No,
jokes.
I wanted to try to bait a knock-knock joke out of you, and it totally worked. It was terrible. No one else sent me a terrible one, though. I thought I could bait terrible knock-knock jokes out of people. Oh, man. I'm never doing that again, though. It was kind of painful. Thanks, everyone, for the nice words on Twitter. Everyone retweeting the stream. Ugh. All my teachers sending me the syllabi. It's not
You gotta
good.
love those.
Yeah. It's just
If you
it's-
skip class, you will lose this many participation points.
It's just the reminder that I have to go back to school on Tuesday. It pains my soul.
Alright, I know who we're gonna raid. I did not realize he was streaming right now.
Excellent. Hope one of my teachers streams. Maybe we can raid them to lighten my homework load.
There we go. Alright, guys. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch today. Thank you for all the follows. Thank you for all the support. All the follows on Twitter also. Those are always huge too, as they do help to just kind of build both of our social presences, which always helps us out. They're just cool free ways that you guys can help us out without doing like anything like subbing or anything like that.
But if you do sub, don't you get some super
You get
awesome
emotes. Yeah, you do get some awesome emotes, some Nikki Hype, some Nikki Ow, and a bunch of other cool emotes. What else do you have? I'm trying to remember.
Nikki Hype, Nikki Ow, Nikki Palm, Nikki Tie.
Nikki Palm, yeah. That's good.
Nikki Tried is actually my personal favorite. It's the super patronizing "You Tried" golden star sticker with Comic Sans as the font. Oh, it's great. Comic Sans actually fit in that situation. So those 5. What was my last one? Nikki Wrecked. That is it.
All right, here we go. We are going to raid one of the competitive Evolve players who has just recently started streaming. Copy that message, guys. Copy that right from chat, right there. If you are a sub to either myself or Nikki, you can replace the PogChamp with either Nikki Hype or Aegis Shield. We're gonna raid Liquid Duty, actually. Gonna say hello. Oh man, except I actually did not copy his channel. I almost copied the raid message again. There we go, guys. Right there. Go say hi to Liquid Duty. Go raid the heck out of him. Spam his chat. I want to see an entire wall of Aegis Stealth Strikes. Thank you guys all for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, maybe even a little bit earlier if there's some morning major games to cast before the Sunday Cup. We'll have updates for you on that on Twitter if we are going live earlier. So make sure you follow us on Twitter. You can find those links up above if you haven't done so already. We'll be back tomorrow, guys. Have a great afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world.
Later, guys. Twitch.tv/Liquid Duty. Liquid Duty. There's no two. There's just one
No,
D.
yeah, no double D's, just one D.
I like double D's though.
Liquid Duty.
Liquid Duty.
I don't know. I think double D's are a little too big.
Actually, no. Yeah, I think I agree with you.
Actually, a lot too big. Even D's are too big for me.
Yeah, if you could knock me out with them by turning too fast, then yeah, they're too big. Twitch.tv/Liquid Duty. What are you still doing here? Why?
What are you doing? Go, raid! Go, go!
Aegis Stealth Strike. Go copy and paste that. Use whatever emote you desire. Either one of mine's, one of Dan's, PogChamp, whatever you got. Go, Aegis Stealth Strike. Twitch.tv/Liquid Duty.
Movement speed, super social, and get on
These raids.
but that doesn't work anymore. That well, at least in the current meta. After the patch, like with the jetpack changes happened in the 5.0 patch. It's like almost impossible to get the evolve consistently. Which means that it's not worth it to pick him anymore.
My chat is broken. It's not letting me host him. What the hell? Oh well, I'm shutting.